Let's see. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fateful Fumble, Episode 1, The Setup. This is a live-streamed Dragon Age role-playing game group. We are run by our lovely dungeon master, Rick. Welcome. It's the guy looking for himself.
Oh, hi! Hi, hello! Hi!
There you
Sorry,
are.
this is...
Hello.
I never said this was live.
Well, surprise!
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Yeah. So yeah. My name is Anita. I'm also known as Pixie Dust Cosplay, and I am the main host of the YouTube show The Coscast. And the other two players today are my co-hosts, Annabella Cosplay and Aniasia Cosplay, who are also known as Sunniva and Tonya. And we will be playing Dragon Age today. Very cool. So I'm figuring our dungeon master can just, introduce us to the game and what we're going to do further on today.
There's a game? Okay, enough of that. Yes! Hello, everybody. First of all, my name is Rick. I've been doing these types of games for quite too long. Obviously, my brain is melting in my ears at the moment. How you doing? Yes, the Dragon Age RPG game, which was released by Green Ronin a while back, has kind of won me over of late. Basically, what I've been doing is running 3 different groups, including this one. I know what you're saying. You're completely right. It's suicidal. I'll see you on the other side. This is the 3rd such group, because we were planning on actually doing our own system or in our own world. But that was a lot of work, and so I just suggested to Anita and company if they'd like to take part in something else, and this was it. In this particular gaming session, we're following the misadventures, because adventures are boring, misadventures are so much better, of a cell or a secret spy group set during the events of Dragon Age Inquisition. Now, you may have played the game, may have not played the game, which follows the events of the destruction of the Temple of Sacred Ashes. #spoiler. And during the game, you actually find that you can ask lots of agents under Liliana, also known as the Nightingale, to do certain tasks. Oh, I thought it'd be really cool if we actually got to roleplay some of those tasks. So that's what we're going to try and start doing with the Kestrels, as they're called, the group, because, they're working for the Nightingale, so it's got to be bird-related. And unfortunately, Assassin's Creed has taken all the good birds. So, yeah, Kestrel it is.
I googled Kestrels earlier today, and they look badass. So
it was either this or the pigeons. Really, don't know any. Cool. It's the pigeons. Not really got the same ring to it.
No, it does not.
But every group has a relatively strong theme, and the theme of the game really keeps it to a certain point. For example, the main group that we started with, the Fate Swain group, is about fate and the inevitability of it. The second group, which is currently trying to kill them, that's another story, are a mercenary group dealing with morals of being hired help. And this group, I'm not too sure about yet. We're going to see how you lot deal with certain Dragon Age style circumstances, but I'd like to play around with a lot of spy works, trying to get the job done under any circumstances you choose. As in, what are you willing to sacrifice to get the job done? So anything from social assassination, I love that term, through to real assassination, or maybe just thievery, sabotage, espionage, that kind of business.
I'm good at that.
It may also include, though I'm not promising anything, finding the person who is makes the forgery of Varric's books in the game. Harding and was it Hard and Hardwall? That's it.
Yeah, Hard Up and Hardwall or something like that.
That's gotta happen. That has got to happen.
Yes.
Okay, so for the last hour, we've basically been talking about getting the rules going, but in all honesty, I'm not going to bog everything down with too much rulesiness, because that's boring. No one cares about that. So instead, we're going to talk about characters.
Yeah.
because that's the cool stuff. Now, not everything's been completed, I don't think, in everyone's heads. That's fine.
Not 100%, I don't think. No.
No, I hope not. I hope not, because it's really cool when you discover that a character suddenly decided that, oh, okay, this is my brother. He's Kunari, and yeah, it's a long story. Let's do an RPG session about it. That's one of the great things about, you see TV series like Stargate or screw it, I only really like Stargate, so let's go with Stargate. And you find out that certain characters actually have more angles. You know for a fact the writers didn't decide that at the start. They added it later. So if you're not too sure about all the finer details, that's fine. Just, leave a gap for later.
Yeah.
This is the book we're using, by the way.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes, it's a sexy book. It loves to be loved. It's got a nice feel to it, too. What do you reckon, Anita? Should we start by doing the characters?
Yeah,
Would you like to take it away?
I can
find
start.
the image.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just wait until you find the image.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'll go ahead. Okay, cool. So I'm playing an elven mage. I'm a circle mage, and her name is Valith. And she doesn't really know where she comes from. She was just abandoned at a circle and has been brought up only knowing the inside of the circle tower all her life until, that is, the whole mage rebellion thing happened. And she decided, fuck this. I'm just going to go out and see the world because I've always wanted to do that. And she thought it would be a very, very grand adventure. But it turns out that the real world is rough, guys. So she nearly died of just exposure in the Brazilian forest at some point. Just because she has no survival, like at all. And luckily, some agents of the Inquisition found her and helped her out and gave her food and some proper, outside clothes. And she just decided to join the Inquisition, and yeah, that's where she's been since that. She's a bit of a know-it-all, so she nitpicks at people, and she can be kind of condescending. So it kind of rubs people the wrong way sometimes, because she's like, well, actually.
That character's gonna love you.
Yes. And she kind of thinks that elves are, a little bit more intelligent, a bit more dominant in that area than humans are. So she tends to be a bit condescending towards humans, just in general. But she is very kind at heart, although she doesn't like to admit it. So, because she was rescued when she was in a bad place, she tends to show pity upon others who are in that same kind of situation. So she'll, make those kind of moral choices.
Ooh, she knows ancient Tavine.
Yes, because she's a mage and an elf.
Hey, could you actually, how do I do this? I just broadcast my screen. Is that possible?
Yeah, there's that green screen icon on the side. That probably says Skärmdeling or screen share or something.
Screen share.
Yeah.
I don't feel confident enough to switch this to Norwegian.
I can do it though.
No, it's fine. I got it.
Ooh, yeah, there we go.
Yes. Hello. This is the character sheet we're using. It's not the official one. We find this one's really much easier to use because it's a lot more intuitive. This is unfortunately a PDF writable, so some of the blue areas are ghastly. Bear with me. Yeah, cool. Your weight is 62. 62 what? Exactly. 62 nugs.
Obviously. Who doesn't count their weight in nugs?
I don't, but I should. I feel better about it. Cool. That's for a level 1 character. That's a pretty badass mage. Are you going for arcane lance?
Yes, that came with the class, I think.
Does it though? I'm actually curious about that because I think there's two that always get mixed up. One of them is the one from the game where they just kind of use the staff like a weapon, like a shooty weapon. And then there's another one. No, you're quite right. It's the one that comes with it. Yeah. Oh, you should get the one up.
Oh, we have a question, by the way. Randrav wants to know if we are doing the default Thedas timeline.
If by default Thedas timeline you mean everything up until established canon with regards to what we did in the games? Yes, basically. Essentially, what I'm doing is running it as if my grey warden, was it hero of Ferelden, my badass hero of Ferelden, who we'll never meet. So my playthrough of Origins, my playthrough of Dragon Age 2, and funnily enough, Ida Starbit's playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition, because I needed an Inquisitor and she fit the bill. So yeah, the Inquisitor is a tiny, tiny, tiny petite elf lady thing, mage, which is hilarious. I have to tell you, actually, the Fateswain group, the other main group, was running through the crossroads, and chronologically speaking, they ended up in the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and they had no idea where they were as players until they walk into a room with some Grey Wardens fighting against a little elf lady who turns around and says, thank you for helping me. My name is Llewellyn. And they're all like, all the players were suddenly, we know where we are, run away! And then I told them that the episode was called Ground Zero. Luckily, they all got away. But yes, I'm hoping to stick to established canon. Although this story, like the others, are about stuff which happens further closer to Tevinter, across the Waking Sea and the like. So it's not going to be interfering with the games in any way other than cool ways. So there. However, I have done, and I will continue to do, poor attempts at role-playing canon characters.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it. Did you have a picture of my character, by the way?
I couldn't find one on the folder.
Okay, it's supposed to be there, but I have it, so I can screen share it. It's
yes,
cool.
please do.
Yes, I will. All right. This is my character, Valith. Very pretty. She likes a lot of eyeliner and black smoky eyeshadow. And pink lip gloss, apparently. So, yeah.
We have the same picture. I have the
exact
same screen picture as well.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much my character.
Oh yeah, Dragon Age Inquisition's character generation thing is pretty good for making characters. Except no like only Dalish. What's that about?
Yeah, you cannot be city elves.
Oh, you can't. That's weird.
What's that? Yeah. By the way, why 3 elves? You've explained this to me before, but I'm scratching the inside of my head here.
Oh yeah, well, we all decided to play elves because we thought it would be fun to play around with some reverse racism, because humans have always been really mean to elves, and now we've decided we are going to be mean back. So my racism comes in the form of condescension. Humans are idiot children to me. That's pretty much it. So I'll let the others explain why they feel racist. Yeah, sort of racistically inclined. I don't know how to say that.
It's not cool, Anita.
Yeah, my secret code name, by the way, because we all have code names.
We do have code names.
Yes, my secret code name is Lore.
Yeah. Cool.
Maybe mine should just be Sneak. No.
Maybe.
Why the hell not?
Maybe. All right. Please someone else talk, because I've talked a lot now. Starting to get self-conscious.
Aww. Okay, Cinema.
Yes. I don't have a fancy screen share of my character sheet yet.
It's on the Facebook thing. All right, there.
Yeah. But I just figured out how to get it, so I'm gonna get my character sheet at the thing soon, just the next time, but not right now. Anyways, I play a female elf. I'm a city elf. I work with a human noble family, I guess, as their house elf sort of thing. I clean, I cook, I dress them, I do all these sorts of things.
I just have to say, Harry Potter has given Dobby a song.
I didn't say it. It wasn't me this time.
I did that on purpose. I fished for it. I just threw out a hook for you. Anyway, when I was...
Sorry. Bad joke.
It's okay. But the thing with my character is that I'm really sneaky, and I have figured out a way to live and get money because these noble families don't really pay me that well. So I sell information. I sell gossip about the noble families and things they do, and things they do. That's not good. I'm not good with words today. Because you have to be careful about what you speak about, because sex lies and scandals are also a issue in Thedas, and not in our real world.
Not just in Gossip Girl.
Thank you. And also, I have a sort of a backstory that I have totally stolen from a song, but yeah, this is my backstory. When I was a kid, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, "When you grow up, will you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? Will you defeat them, your demons, and all the non-believers, the plans that they have made? Because one, I'll leave you, a phantom, to lead you in the summer and join the Black Parade." That's the last thing I remember of my father before he went away, and I never saw him again. I have no idea what happened to him. I no idea what he meant about this, if this was a secret organization or something weird that he talked about, or if he was just a crazy man. I have no freaking clue. So that's up to Rick to decide, really.
Okay. Daddy issues. Good. Yeah. It's good. My chemical relationships.
We've never been emos, ever. Never.
No.
Says the girl with blue hair.
Yeah.
After this, I was taken in by human family to work for them, and I've worked for them ever since. I also am a bit racist towards humans, even though they help me, but I have to work for them. It's not like I've been their adoptive daughter or anything. So gosh. I sometimes spit in their food, just sometimes, but not every time.
They're lucky they only get the spit.
Well, that depends on what they've done. If they ground me for anything stupid I've done.
No! How old is this character?
I think she's not that old. I think she's gonna be like 16, 18 sort of thing.
I just had a thought, because this is like part of the character generation process, and as I hear the character ideas, I like to kind of like add what's going on at the moment chronologically, like in the world. What would be cool to kind of knit it into the plot so that it's a lot more personal to each character. With regards to Sneak, or as I actually written down in brackets, Dobby, ? Oh, love this. If you went for the contacts as your first talent, like we were discussing earlier, instead of thievery, I would be willing to say that she's actually one of the friends of Jenny.
Ooh, yes.
Red Jenny.
I think that would be really awesome, actually. Just like Sarah's remarking, like, there's probably this young girl somewhere who lives with some humans. I don't like strange things, but everyone glitters. Oh, she's mad. But yeah, what do you think about that? Because it seems to be, you were saying you wanted to be sneaky. That's great. But there's like opening locks, and then there's being very good at passing said information on,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, where would you want to start with your character? Because you can always get the other one later.
I know, but the contacts thing is more with the thing I've already sort of figured out about my character. It fits my character better.
Yeah. It's better than thievery, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. In that case, your character is part of the Friends of Red Jenny.
Thank you.
It just works really well with the fact that they're all agents. It's like, do you have any other known affiliations other than working for Liliana? I'm a friend of Red Jenny's. Is that a football team? Yeah. I mean, no. Nice. But yeah, chronologically speaking, I should put this out actually. We're going to be starting the game just during the formation of the Inquisition, because the other two games, they've gone like 2 episodes in, and then the breach opens and collapses, which is like the prologue to Inquisition. The main group have met the Inquisitor, which was awesome, and there was a huge squee fest. If anyone doesn't know, a squee fest is basically when you have a lot of guinea pig like fangirling or fanboying, actually, on one occasion. Cannot confirm nor deny. I like Meryl. All right, silence.
Oh, also my name.
Yes.
I haven't really figured out my code name yet, so that's a bit open. But my name is Firil.
How do you spell that?
Firil.
That's nice and simple as well. Not like these other elvish names. Nice. I tell you what, though, if you can find a synonym or like an expression for something where somebody says something stupid and they're punished for it, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Even if it's in French, aka Olesian. Or Tevinton. That's another thing, actually. You need to decide which country you come from originally, because that can affect your languages. Like, your character could definitely come from Olay, because, you know, the court's kind of like the social assassin kind of like angle. It's like, never be careful who you talk about your kinks, because the house elves always seem to know, and they always get ignored.
Yeah.
Which is something that Red Jenny takes advantage of. Valith, do you know, it's funny, there's one of the things that came up is the death of Wynne, which is not very well known in the canon, but during the slave rebellion, she holds up with a group of people trying to get away from the rebellions, and she ends up getting killed just north of where the main game's set. And it'd be interesting if Valith is connected to those pacifistic, we're just trying to stay alive types who get caught up in it all. Because that would really push your... Because this whole rebellion thing was instigated in the main by human mages.
Yeah.
Not all elves, of course, but they didn't help, mind you.
No, obviously not.
So, strong opinions. Should we move on to the very patient...
Do you have my picture? Do you have my picture, by the way?
Do you know what? Sorry, yeah. Anita, do you want to do the honors?
Yeah, I'll just fish it out of the group. 1 second.
It's on the disc as well.
I've got it, actually. Hold on.
I've placed it there.
Cool.
Aww.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, so I'm sharing. There we go. This is Feral. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aww.
Very cute. I like the short hair. It's very like pixie cut.
Yeah.
Awesome.
She's a rogue, by the way, if I haven't already made that clear.
Yeah.
No, she's a sneaky mage. She's a very sneaky tank, you know.
All right.
I like it.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Also, we have a comment in the chat though.
People are commenting.
Ranirav suggests that the Squeefest could be renamed to Nugfest.
Because they make squee noises.
I approve. All those in favour, say aye.
Aye.
There we go. Approved.
Then I'm done.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Tanya,
Yeah.
are you ready for us, darling?
I don't know.
Hey.
I'm thinking about running away. No.
Oh, what? Now run towards the danger. Towards the adventure.
I know.
Go on, we're all yours.
All right.
We're all yours. Go ahead.
All yours. Yes. I also play elf, as earlier stated. Although I'm gonna play a male elf, not female. And he is a warrior. He's an escaped elven slave. He was being, tortured and being humiliated, treated in the worst kind of way by humans, just to be a slave. So he kind of hates them intently, with passion, He seems very quiet. He doesn't speak much, and seems quite calm. But he can have sudden rage attacks and just smash everything in the room or something, because he's quite damaged due to the
Trauma.
abuse. Yes, and well, I haven't really figured out very much of his past. He did rebel at several points, which left him quite scarred, both physically and psychologically. And he got a nickname from the humans, which I will expose soon. But his real name is Elrondir. It's like Elrond with Ir. The Elrondir. I'm so inventive, I know. And his nickname as elven slave was Reek.
We're pulling from a lot of
But he does have his cock. He is not, castrated.
That's very important for the rest of the game.
Yes.
Really did not need to know that.
Very.
That was.
Well, because Reek in
TMI.
doesn't have a cock.
I didn't.
But
We didn't need to go into that. Now everyone's going to be thinking, like every other male character in this entire series is like, yes, but does he have a cock?
Now we already put it out there. Nobody needs to know anymore or wonder.
No.
It's been covered.
We've already gone away from being PG-13, that's for sure.
You started it. You were the first one to swear.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out. All right, kids? Yeah. It's your Auntie Anita who screwed up this.
So he does actually, just to remind himself of his own hatred towards humans, he uses that nickname as a code name.
Why Reek, though? What drew you towards the Reek thing, apart from, like, the Greyjoy connections?
Well, it was to, rob him of his true elven name, and he was often dirtied because he had to work very, filthy jobs, very heavy jobs. So he is also quite strong, and well.
I got one question for you. Which country was he enslaved in? Was it Thedas, Orlais? Was it maybe?
I have no idea.
What's it called? Ferelden? Do Fereldans have? Yeah, they have alienages, but do they do slaves?
They don't have slaves in Ferelden, no.
No, but they have slaves, and then there's slaves. It could actually be. Oh yeah, I think Tevinter Imperium is usually the big boogeyman.
Yeah.
Which would be something. That would mean that you would use. Let me see for a second. Where are we? One of the great things about the way BioWare do their sub-creation for the world is that Tevinter is basically like a weird mix of papal Italy. So they tend to use a lot of weird Latin crap. So
yeah, it would be cool if
it
you had a
shows
Latin name that meant Reek or something like that.
Well, maybe that. Well, she just said nameless. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what nameless means in Latin. Hold on. Just to deviate away from
from the
Greyjoy's cock and everything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay.
I think Nevin or some is like an old. I don't know if it's Welsh or British or anything. That means no one.
Yeah, it does.
Something.
Yeah, nomin. It's actually it's derived from the same word.
Yeah.
Nameless is nomin in Latin. Let's look for one more translation. See nomin. Irish. That'd be interesting. Italian. You've got dead languages in Google Translate as well, which is awesome.
That's pretty cool.
What am I doing? Oh yes, that was it. When I can't remember my alphabet. Senza, which means no, that's basically Senza Nome is nameless or no one is another good one. Nessuno is
Oh, I like
Italian for no one. Tanya, what do you think? Does this actually fit better for you, or
Sure.
it's your character? You're gonna have to live with this. I mean, it's not like Son of Her with
alright.
Dobby
I
or
mean,
anything.
Nessuno,
Guess-
that's straight.
Guess what Latin is for no one? I didn't know
What?
this, but it's Nemo.
Oh,
I know.
Aw.
Finding Nemo. Oh.
Jesus, I'll never be able to look at that cartoon again now. I basically meant the scriptwriters were like, what should we call him? I don't know. I've got an idea. What? No one. Oh, Nemo, gotcha. Oh, God, so clever. If you wanted it, like I said, that's just one trick that I know of, which is a great way of getting awesome names without having to put too much effort in, is to just take what you like a concept and then throwing it through Google Translate. Like especially with Tevinter, it's always Italian, French for Orlais. For Eldon is kind of just British as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah. What did you say?
Think about it. Oh, which one?
But
Ew.
I'll just write Nemo easier.
Yeah, you'll remember it. That's for sure.
I'll remember.
I
Nemo.
tried to make myself a French, Erletian sort of code name for sneaky or sneak. That got really hard because that's like Muchard, and I'm like, no, my code name is not gonna be Muchard.
Muchard. That's brilliant. I thought you were literally saying that was very hard. That's a new word. It was Muchard. I'm gonna use that in future. That's good. Oh, this whole session was very much hard. Oh, bless.
Oh
dear, oh dear. But Nessuno is my favorite, I think, especially when you wanna, because it's still a fantasy thing, so you can choose to kind of like break it down a bit. So it's Nessu, Nessun, Ness, Essu,
Nessuno.
Uno. there's a lot. Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever that rolls off the tongue and sounds good, but you just kind of derive it from that word.
Nessuno.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm.
Suno.
You're
Whatever
kind
sounds.
talking into each other's name.
Yeah.
Mouths. I can't really get anything out of it. What,
I like
Ness?
Ness. Ness is cool.
It's like Loch Ness.
Yeah. Also, it sounds serpentine, snake-like. You know.
Yeah, it sounds very cool.
Hey Nessie, come over here.
I got killed by the Loch Ness monster.
Wow.
Anyways, that's just another trick. With regards to the torture, you said, let's say to Vinter, your homework is going to be to come up with a bit of a backstory there, because I want to play with that. Nothing is
I've
more appealing.
had some ideas that his last rebellion involved killing his masters.
Ooh, that's a killing offense. That's a paddling.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. This is really kind of like just really nice food for GMs. This, because then you can like say, who else do I know who's elven slave? I wonder if they know each other. Maybe that person's coming back to collect them. You know, maybe you killed the masters and then one of them survived, like a son or a daughter, and they're like, I will get this slave and kill them. Stuff like that is kind of wicked. It's my bread and jam, yo. Awesome sauce. But your character is basically a tank, yeah?
Yeah.
Makes Fenris look like a puppy.
I've chosen to have two-hander style and weapon and shield style.
Can you have both?
Yeah. As far as I understood from the...
Yep, you could become a novice in 2 of the following talents: archery style, dual weapon style, single weapon style, throwing weapon style, two-hander style, also known as my favorite, or weapon and shield style.
Yes, I have both of them.
You also get armor training, which is basically gimme. I could wear a fridge.
Sounds good.
Get out of the fridge! No, it is my armor. It's nice and cold. That's awesome. This is going to be the tone of all the games, by the way. It's a mixture of like horrific, dark and gory, and just batshit craziness.
Yep. Sounds like us.
Have you guys read Rat Queens, by the way?
Yeah, I've read the first comic.
The first two are awesome. The third one gets a bit weird.
It's
kind of
pretty
lack in
weird,
direction.
just all the way through. But I really want to read the rest of them.
Hold on a sec.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Right. But yeah, now we've pretty much gone through introducing our characters and establishing a timeline. So that's pretty good. I'm not sure where Rick is planning to take us next.
You know, Rick, if you have to talk to your missus, you can always, mute your microphone.
Yeah, you can do that. It's fine.
There's a mute?
Yeah, you can mute it. It's like the microphone symbol at the top in that little line.
You have to take your moist point. Point, please.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got it there. Cool. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Voice point.
Yeah.
Yes. Next up, let's talk money because your characters have
Yes.
silver. You all got 50 silver plus 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Right.
threw mine earlier. I have 63 silver in total.
Oh, I'm noting this down now. I've had some problems with the other groups where they just lose track of money.
Not me. I'm super economical.
By the way, as a really fun drinking game, guys, this is for the audience. If we're playing games and Valith, Benita's character, says, actually, and then says something factual, you have to drink.
Yes. Yes.
I'll work out some of his funniest things later.
You don't really need the actually either. You just need it to be like.
Yeah. Whenever I open my mouth and say something condescending, you should drink.
Yeah.
If you just hear like that. That's all you need to hear, really. Yeah.
And it's about as evil as a Tevint in Manchester. Actually, evil is a relative term, and it's.
It all depends on perspective, you see.
Sample cosplay is in on the drinking game. Good.
Oh, awesome.
That is
Me
good
too,
to hear.
only it's just energy drinks though. So.
Yeah.
We can develop this and create it actually as a thing as well later. We just have to figure out what Sunniva's character does, or Tanya's character does.
Yeah.
And every time I have to check the rule book, you have to
Drink.
your entire glass. Okay, so, sorry.
I'm a lightweight. I'm gonna die.
Digressing. 63 from Anita. What do the other two get?
58.
58 and
I had 57, but I bought myself some stuff, so now I have 36.
what'd you get?
I got myself a bedroll, blanket, wool, whetstone, rope, flint and steel, dining utensils, cup, water skin.
Oh yeah, I think I also bought myself some stuff, but I don't remember if I wrote down what it costs.
Boo!
Yeah.
Boo! This is how it starts.
Yes, I know. Okay, yeah, but I've written down all the things that I want, so you can just make a tally of what it is and see if I can afford it.
Oh, sure, I'll do the work. Here we go. Go on.
I figured this would be easier, you know.
I'm gonna buy a portable anvil. That's all I'm gonna use my money on though.
Portable anvil.
It is available on tools.
I don't believe that. That's like Acme. That's like throw it at the Roadrunner and stuff. That's bizarre.
No, it says anvil portable in clams like that.
Have you ever been that person that goes out to Class Olsen or like a shop and buys weights? And you think, I'm going to buy these weights. I'm going to get super strong from using these weights. And then your first challenge is horrific because you never consider to carry the entire set of weights weighs a lot. And you have to carry them home. And you're like, I didn't think this through.
No,
That's a
we can do
portable anvil.
this.
That's exactly what a portable anvil is. It
That's
doesn't say
Darwin
what
in
it
action.
weighs though, so I'm just since it doesn't say anything about weight, I'm just thinking that it weighs 0.
But where, which page number did the equipment things? Where were they again?
Which page?
Yeah.
La 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 la. Love having the book.
around
a good one.
80. It's chapter 4, around
Yeah, okay.
87 and 80.
It is, if you're looking for equipment in particular, traveling and adventuring, equipment page 81.
81. Okay, cool. Right. Because I know that I want a bedroll and just basic stuff.
Basically bedroll.
I've written down bedroll, blanket, compass, flint and steel, incense because I'm a mage, so why the hell not? Dining utensils, mirror, backpack, pouch, robe because I'm a mage. Once more, boots, cloak, underclothes, socks, a book, ink, and quill.
Yeah, I'm not tallying that up for you. That's your homework.
Yeah, that's it, plenty of it. So I'll just have to put things, put things away if I can't afford them.
Having a horse isn't a shabby thing to do either.
No. How much are horses though? They must be expensive. I'm guessing.
Clothes and fashion, home and hearth, food and lodging, professional gear. Animals, horses, and vehicles. Strangely enough, a draft horse, if you really want to be cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can't ride a falcon. That'd be cool. A riding horse, as in a horse for riding, actually costs 120 silver. So no, you're on foot.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on
No,
foot.
I'm not on foot because when I killed my masters, I stole one of their horses. So.
Oh shit! You know what, Tonya? I will let you have a damn horse. However, 2 things. 1, you need to name it, because it is. You freed that horse. It is with you. It is Bill the Pony. It is your horse. 2, I promise you I will try and kill that horse on several occasions. I'm kidding. I won't. I might, but it won't be like, personal. However, Jesus Christ. That horse has been branded for a particular Tevinter Magister, so it's going to cause you all manner of fun. Just put the saddle covers over it, so no one can see it.
I have a few questions, though.
Oh?
What is a spark tube? And what is a stinker? Because that's some gear you can buy.
It does explain it, I do believe. This ought to be good.
Yeah, I found it. Cool.
Want to read it for the audience?
A spark tube, immediately when lit, this 8-inch tube shoots a 5-foot funnel of bright sparks out of the end. Causes no damage.
It's a flare.
So it's a flare.
It sounds like a dwarven flare. Because if it was using Gatlock or the Kunari mineral, it would explode, taking your arm and upper torso with it.
Ooh, I wouldn't want that.
No.
And a stinker is a small clay bottle of extremely potent and noxious liquid that can be spread in a 5-yard radius in an attempt to slow or confuse any pursuers who might be tracking an adventurer by scent.
Oh my god, they ended by scent. I was just... How the hell does a bad smell confuse you?
Bad smells can knock you out, though.
True. But the confusing
we
part
have
is
that
going to be...
problem.
Valith, did you fart? No, it wasn't me. You stand there arguing for 5 minutes.
Oh, I just thought, though, that I did not share the picture of my character.
Oh, yeah.
You did not? No, I haven't seen it yet, actually.
So I'm gonna do... Yeah, okay. There's my character. He's very boyish, and you can see he has a scar. I don't know. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
very good.
Ooh.
There you have it. He's quite cute.
Sounds like Sunniva's character is really into you.
I don't think my character's gonna have any love interests, though, but we'll see.
We'll see.
I haven't decided yet. It seems like people in the chat are really, really into the drinking thing.
Oh, cool.
And Donira says, me and my bad decision-making skills found no wine, so I'm gonna sip slowly of this straight vodka. Be kind, people.
Well, actually...
Oh my word. It's gonna be good.
Yes.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be the best.
So I unfortunately have to answer the call of nature. But
Okay.
while I'm away, if you guys wouldn't mind discussing for me basically how your characters met. Now,
Okay.
you've been roped into working for Liliana, aka the Nightingale, as freelance agents, and this is prior to the formation of the Inquisition. So essentially, you are basically working for the right hand of the freaking divine. So there could be a religious thing, it could be for money, it could be because she's blackmailed you, saved your life, you have a life debt. Whatever works best for you motivation wise, it could be still the case. It could be that you've originally done it because you had to, and then eventually you've come to love the job, or maybe you just hate it and you're looking for the best way out. Or maybe you're lying to yourself. But basically your group, the Kestrels, you guys have been with each other for a bit of a while.
Okay.
Now what that means is up to you. It could be that you've had 1 or 2 jobs. You've been just sitting as a sleeper cell for a while, keeping in contact. Maybe you haven't seen each other in a while, but you want to ask what would be awesome to play as with that. What is your when you see each other for the first time after like 6 months? What's the first thing you do? Middle finger, big burly hug, slop wetty kiss. I don't know. But trying to create like that kind of like feel the knitting between your characters. Now we're going to develop that as we go along, but it's kind of cool if you could actually have a place to start from. And we're not going to start in a bloody tavern killing rats for like 1 XP. Okay, I've done that. It was funny. Done. It's the first line from what was it called? Dragon Age Origins, where you're playing the human noble and you end up killing rats in the kitchen. And the guy's like, "This is like one of those old RPG stories you hear about, killing rats." I'm glad he died. I just want to point that out.
Cool.
Hashtag spoiler warning. Right, I'll be right back.
Okay, cool.
Me.
See you soon. Okay. So while he's gone, let's just talk a little bit then.
Yeah, I was wondering about something.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it would be cool if I could kind of use, the picture of my character instead of, you guys watching me. Whenever I talk, would be cool.
Well,
that's boring to watch, though.
Yeah, that's boring
just
to
a
watch.
generic photo.
It doesn't move or anything, so I don't think we should do that really. Because what was the point? If people aren't going to see us, we might as well do a podcast, instead of a live stream. So yeah, I don't think you should do that.
You can cosplay as him next time,
Yeah, you can do that. You can be in costume every time.
I could try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I was thinking, because me and you, Tonya, we sort of have a little bit similar backstory. Not that I haven't been tortured or anything, but we don't really know our families and stuff like that. And we're both elves, or all of us are elves. But I would sort of think it could be cool if we had if we kind of found each other and we had this weird kind of family connection, almost like brother and sisters sort of thing, if you understand me. Maybe cousins with benefits. No.
Oh god, no.
Oh.
No, but like that we sort of hit it off. We just met each other one day and we just had this weird connection from the get-go. I'm not saying that we are related in any way, but something like that.
No, but it makes sense to me because your characters have more of a similar background than my character does. So it totally makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, Johnny, I'll stop at you.
Getting some love from the chat, I'm guessing.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm kind of figuring that I kind of just got put in a group with you guys because they needed to put together a unit to do missions and things, and we just ended up together and we get along. Strangely enough, even though but you guys may think I'm a bit stuck up and annoying sometimes.
What if like we were at this sort of job interview with the Nightingale or Liliana, and we all were just sitting in the waiting room, and all of us just kind of hit it off in this waiting room.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sorry, I just imagined like Liliana asking, so if you had to do a SWOT analysis of yourself, what would be your weaknesses and strengths?
Death to all humans! No.
Yeah. Yeah, we could just meet while we're, hanging around at Skyhold or at Haven or whatever, and just bond and end up as a group, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, hey, let's go. Yeah, because if we're working, all of us working for Liliana, it would be logical that we all met.
Yeah.
At the job, I guess.
Yeah, it makes sense. I agree.
And we bonded over our hate for humans. Oh my god.
It's so bad. Okay,
bad.
we just have to preface this really quickly. None of us are racist in any way. We're just playing it because it makes sense that elves would hate humans, especially if they've been slaves and tortured and whatnot. So
yeah.
This is not a reflection of any of our personal opinions.
No.
Ooh, I thought of a very nice plot twist, really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, maybe wait till Rick comes back because maybe he'll like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Cool.
But I can share
it
it with you two guys and the audience at first.
Yeah. So we're good.
Oh, hello, Rick.
No. Go ahead. What are you going to share?
Yeah, I'm gonna share a plot twist or something.
Ooh.
The family that my character was a slave at, they could not get children because the man was infertile. So actually, his wife started to
do the hanky panky
with the elves.
With me.
Oh.
Yes.
So you have a bastard somewhere.
Yes, she raped me and got pregnant.
Oh wow.
That's dark.
That would look so weird when they get birth to like a knife ear,
Yeah, but the strange thing is that even though our offspring is, half elf, that kid actually got more like human traits. It looks more like a human than an elf. So,
okay.
Yeah. So, and then I killed the entire family except for the kid because it's my offspring. But the kid is growing up thinking that I killed his family or her family and is out to get me.
So this can basically be a Star Wars moment where you're like,
Yeah.
Luke, I'm your father.
I am your father, yes.
That could be
I
interesting.
don't know. That could be interesting.
Yeah, you have a bastard son somewhere. Good.
Yes.
That's awesome. Okay, where are we? That's the kind of stuff we like.
So whenever this son or daughter or whatever finds me and tries to murder me, I just try to run away because I don't want to hurt my kid, even though it's a rape kid. It's still my kid.
That's what we're going to refer to him as. Rape kid.
Oh, that's so bad.
So bad.
Very sensitive, I know, but
I'm going to be on the news, aren't I? Oh my god. I'm just reading up on the wiki actually regarding they're called where are we? Elf-blooded. Apparently they always look human, although the ears are slightly pointed here and there, not really much. Although they're very much mostly human, they can develop certain tendencies. The elven genome has been described as adaptive, and elven reproduction in this regard has much more to do with magic than science or simple breeding. All right. Yeah, they don't tend to have very many elven traits.
Oh, that's cool.
That works. It totally does.
It's also regarded as a bit of a where are we? Purely legal distinction rather than a genetic one. Social status.
Okay, cool. But I think, yeah, while you were gone, we talked about how our characters know each other. So we've decided that Tonya and Sunniva know each other or have bonded from before because they have a similar background. And
Nice.
Or that was just a thought, but I think that's where it's going because I'm going to like Tanya's character. But how old is Tanya's character?
I have not decided yet. I think
he's a daddy, so he should be an adult.
Yeah, well,
Sorry.
you can be, if you're human and you're 16, you can be a daddy.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be too young. I would say mid-20s.
Yeah, sounds okay.
Yeah. Then I think my character is gonna look at you as like a mentor or a dad or something. Not really dad, but
Big brother.
Big brother.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. But we were talking about that all of us were at this job interview with Liliana without really knowing what we were there for.
I like that.
Yeah.
And we kind of just found each other, really. Like, there were a bunch of people waiting to do whatever we were there to do.
Yeah.
And we three bonded over, I don't know, maybe we looked alike or similar, or just sat next to each other and started talking, and we just hit it off from the get-go.
Yeah.
I think that Liliana would most likely have tried to hire all of you or put you in a situation where she would see how you would react and then judge the ones worthy enough, or maybe the ones who survived, to become part of her network. So, this would be like one of those quests where it's called the job interview, and it doesn't feel like the job interview. It feels like a survival horror. And then
Escape room.
Yeah, pretty much. But while a lot of people kind of failed the test, either by being cowardly, selfish, or generally not what she's looking for, you three worked together to get out of the room, as in you identified each other's assets and you put other people before yourselves,
Yeah.
I like that. I think that was a nice start. I apologize for my whiny half Scouse accent, by the way. I've listened to myself online. It's terrible.
I think we all just hate our own voices sometimes and our own accents.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
awkward silence. Let's do that.
I just waiting for someone to say something now after that statement,
Okay.
Cool. I'm happy. I think we've got a lot of nice awesomeness here.
Yeah.
Let me just take a look at adversaries. Cool.
I like that laugh.
Oh, you'll get used to it.
I'm just gonna have to, clean up after the dinner before it, goes bad. So I'll be right back.
Okay,
Sure.
cool.
She's definitely got cats or something.
Yes, she has cats. Or
I knew it.
Because can't leave stuff out.
We're getting a new one, actually.
Oh, cool.
Mm.
So Khajiit is getting
a friend.
Yeah.
It's actually one of Khajiit's older friends before we acquired him. She's actually half his bloody size, apparently. And she's a lot more playful. So we're obviously going to get some sort of fustercluck of a whirlwind of destruction here.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And hopefully I'll be at work. I'll come home to some sort of radioactive crater. What the hell happened? Never mind, I don't want to know. I'm going home. Go! Alright, so what do I want to use today?
Right.
For the audience, by the way, do you mind, Anita, if I just explain Dragon Dice?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right. So, if any of you guys watch Critical Role, which I do, I am a critter.
Yes.
We're all critters here, right?
Yes.
Good.
Or almost.
Good. I would like to rage.
How do you want to do this?
How do you want to do this? I've started doing that. Brilliant. I don't know. How do you think I should do this? I was playing a D&D 5th edition game with a good friend of mine called Mark. And he's a really good GM who takes a lot of ideas from critters. And one of them is, how do you want to do it? And I always challenge myself to come up with something utterly colourful. Colourful as F.
Yeah, because I mean, whenever Scanlan gets a kill, you know it's going to be good.
Yeah, unicorn poop.
Yes.
No, I basically wait for him to start talking something like, like he makes a big speech about something before he's about to die.
Mm.
I was like, attack! It's like, I have this whole book worth of dialogue I was going to read. Yeah, I know.
Good for you.
Oh, it's brilliant. Playing like that kind of character is fun. It was a berserker kind of
Yeah.
guy.
Anita actually did that on our last sort of quest before she died.
Yes.
We were in this dwarf's shop and we were searching for a key, and he's the only one who has the key. Anita was like, "You have the key to that underplace where no one's supposed to be, right? Can we have it?" And he's like, "Who the fuck are you? Who sent you guys?" And she's just like, "No. And he just starts to raise his gun, and she just go like, "Firebolt!" And he dies. And we're like, but he just thought
But it
we
wasn't
were
my
going to
fault.
rob him.
It wasn't my fault. Tanya's character kicked in the fucking door and gave a really bad first impression, and I was trying to mediate, and that didn't work. So I just thought, fuck it, I'll kill him.
And you
This
even
one-
rolled diplomacy. Yours is like, I'm going to try to diplomacy him. And then you just go like, pa, dead.
Yeah.
This is going to be horrible.
And then
Is it too late to back out now, isn't it?
No.
That's too
And
late.
then to make it all worse, the mage we had with us, he could only portal 2 people through his dimension door or whatever. So I was stuck there alone to wait for the police to come.
Oh, no. I can
And I-
explain everything, officer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could because I was a paladin, so...
Yeah.
I'm a good person, see? Paladin, white armor.
She wasn't likely to get in trouble, so we decided that was the best way to deal with it.
God, I killed an angel just because he looked funny. Oh, it's just hilarious. Oh, God, how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
So much fun. It's really good when you develop certain cooperative strategies. For example, without going into too much details before, because Tony's back, my character's really strong. So he basically puts his hands together like this and goes something like, was it Paladin go high or something? And then the Paladin runs at him and he's like, huh! And because we had this fight against the Beholder, and the Beholder's like, I am in the air, puny mortals. And he's like, idea. And then basically just throws her up and she's like flying through the air with her sword going, yeah! And the last thing the Beholder's like, what the fuck? Straight in its eye. It was one of those moments, just you had to be there, I guess.
Sounds good.
Good
Sounds
times.
amazing.
I like to play sometimes too, though ever the GM. Right. Hi, Tanya!
Hello.
Hello!
She has strawberries.
I said strawberry.
Yes.
Look, it's giant.
Yes.
Very good.
Let's see. Okay. So is there anything more you want to go through before we do or move on or something?
I don't think so. Does anyone in the audience want to see a small adventure?
Yeah. I'll just pretend to be the audience and say yes. Yes.
Speak like the cat. Cool, groovy. You guys are on the road.
Okay.
It's Midsummer's Day. It's beautiful in the sky. It's still a bit of snow coming in because it's getting that time of year again. And you guys are basically on a mission to try and find someone. This person is regarded as Fenwick.
Really now?
Yes, that's your mission at the moment, is to find a trader called Fenwick. Now, you've managed to track him down to the main merchant road that runs, excuse me, along the Vinmark Mountains underneath the Free Marches. That's not been an issue. Now, one of you is on a horse, Tonya. The other two are walking.
Yeah.
And you come to a fork in the road, which looks like both roads kind of go in a very similar direction. However, one goes twisting up the side of a cleft of a hill, while the other one runs alongside it. This whole area is very mountainous terrain. It's got a lot of chalk-infused rocks. There is some trees, but as you can see from the way the rock formations are on this particular scape of landscape, you don't get thick forests like you do in Ferelden or anything like that. It's just very much just an open plain or a valley, if you will. Right, what do you guys want to do? Go left, go right, what?
Okay, because the road splits, or
The road splits, goes left and goes right. Both of them are going very roughly in the same direction, but one goes higher than the other.
Is there any tracks?
Good question. Would you like to check?
Yes, please.
No problem at all. You may.
How do I do that?
Aha! Now I get the chance to discuss the dragon dice. Ah!
Yes.
Yes. I can just do that now. Excellent. I love this thing. It's a GM thing. It's with crappy picture, but things. Yes. Now, like in D&D, you have one dice roll, which matters to everything. Now, in D&D 5th edition and Critters, you have like a 20, which is, woo! I managed everything I wanted and more. Or you roll a 1, which is, for some strange reason, I'm pulling this orc's pants down. It's awkward for both of us. This may not end well. In this, thankfully, it's not so binary. You roll 3 dice, like these here. My dice, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go. 2 of them are of one color, mine are green, and one of them, the odd one, is of a separate color. That's the dragon die. Now, when you're rolling an ability test, which is most of the tests, you basically roll these 3 and add the ability that's relevant. In this case, it's going to be perception. Nope, my mistake. Wait. Yeah, here it is. There we go. Tracking. Awesome. It is perception. So, anyone who wants to bother tracking, roll that.
Okay.
So
my character doesn't know anything about this, so she's going to just observe.
You can always try and argue for the toss for a lore roll. Actually, you'll find moss does grow on the west of the trees.
Yeah, I can roll for lore for sure.
Anita, seriously, if you can bullshit your way through it, I will allow it to happen. I swear to God.
I will try. Okay.
People will get drunk online.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have cultural lore and arcane lore that are focus. So, but I don't know if any of those apply.
What if I do my perception first and I see what I get, and then you can do your lore thing after, just to supply whatever I say.
Yeah. Okay.
To make yourself sound more smarter. I'm sorry.
Let's do that.
This is metagaming, but since we're just starting, I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Such graceful meta.
All right, but I did throw perception, and I got a 2 on my dragon dice, and a 6 and a 4 on the others. So how?
So basically, you add all 3 dice together.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what color they are. When it's the actual ability test, you add all 3 together.
Yes.
And then you add that to the ability in question. In this case, it's your perception.
Yes, that's a 15.
That's a 15. Do you have a focus in tracking by any chance?
No.
No. So that's not the +2, which you would normally get from having a wonderful, wonderful focus. But you got 15. 15's awesome. That's because usually the target number is around 11 if it's an average one. So 15's pretty goddamn good. Yeah, you don't need know-it-all this time. You notice that there is a lot of activity of late, but you know for a fact that the trader is traveling on a cart, and there seems to be 2 funnels where the big wheels of a heavy laid-down merchant's cart is traveling up to the right. So you've just saved yourself a lot of travel time.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Right.
We should definitely follow these cart tracks. I say to my team.
Well, that seems very logical, so I would concur with your findings.
Do we have Mr. Data on our team? Like, is this Spock?
I'm an academic, darling. I speak this way.
Just waiting for the poetry recitals.
Yeah, okay.
No.
Tanya's like, are we killing yet?
Well, if we're going the mountainous road, I'm going to get off my horse and, guide it.
Guided by force. Oh, have we broken Tanya? No, it's just sorry. There's a bit of a pre-screen. Awesome. Cool. You start heading uphill. The way is actually a bit tiring because the actual incline gets higher and higher each time. It looks to be that you're actually traveling between two of Vintmark's higher peaks to take a shortcut on the way towards Markham. It's a known road. It's got signposts and other beaten parts which make travel quite nice and pleasant. However, you notice daylight is starting to get cut short. The higher you get, the more trees you see. The more trees there are, the more the light is being blocked as the sun is slowly setting in the distance. You're also starting to notice that it's starting to snow because you're getting so high up. Now, this is a bit of a trawl. This is quite exhausting. So, next dice roll of the game, let's see if you get tired. See if you get the hang of this dice rolling business as well.
Yeah.
You need to roll. Let's see. Constitution.
Right.
Stamina, if you have a focus in that. Though you're all elves, so I doubt it.
Well, I rolled a 7, so I'm tired as hell.
Oh!
I actually rolled a 17.
Of course you did.
I have 16.
Right.
16.
So the pampered maid is going like, oh goodness, I'm so tired. Can we stop, please?
And the sporting ones are just doing cartwheels and running up and down.
Can I at least sit on the horse or something? This is just too taxing.
Have you ever been on a hike before?
No.
We're adventurers and we're out on a adventure right now.
Nobody told me we were going up a mountain. Now, did they?
Shut up!
Can you
Woman,
just
get on my horse?
Wow. The man of few words speaks. Dear holy Jesus on a pedestal.
Those are the best opening words I have ever heard.
They were actually your first words. Okay, now rolling back a bit. If Tanya loans you her horse, then you get to add some to your target number, which basically means you get another crack at it. And if you manage to get 7 or more, then you can avoid the fatigue that comes with it, because he's been very kind to let you ride his horse.
Yeah. Okay. That's a little bit better. It's a 10.
Awesome. I'm trusting you guys to actually not lie about your dice rolls, like son of a.
I never lie. Like
Just
Never
FYI.
ever.
Just if you ask me if I've eaten candy and I'm not supposed to.
I wouldn't bother asking you. I know the truth.
Yeah. No, but I just FYI, I always roll horribly.
This is gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. You get to the actual peak of the cleft that goes between these two large areas, and the tree line is actually getting a bit thicker. You can hear in the distance what sounds like a stream, which explains a lot of the foliage in the area. However, you don't just hear that, you also hear what sounds like the clashing of metal weapons. Ching, ching, ching. Grunts, people fighting, it sounds like, churning mud underfoot. It's not too far away, it's just around the left corner as you go around. Now, as you see it, you see the dirt path going around the corner. You have trees on the left and the right. You could feasibly go through the trees to try and increase your ability to approach unseen. However, you're not familiar with these areas. You might end up walking straight into a wasp's nest or something.
Yeah.
What do you do?
What do we do? I think that maybe, Farrell, maybe you could sneak just a little bit ahead and see what's going on. It does sound like battle. I'm not an expert, but it would be nice.
I do have ears. You do realize that, right?
Yes, but
I can't hear it just as well as you can. So fewer words, and I'm just gonna go and sneak up and have a peek from behind a tree.
Ooh, that is going to be an opposed stealth check, please, if you wouldn't mind rolling for cunning.
Of course. Of
And
course.
then, add stealthy stealth.
Yes, I will do that.
Rick, while she does that, I take some time and cast rock armor on myself. Just to prepare.
Just gonna have to ask, bit of foresight here. Are you gonna do that every time you sense danger?
No, but we're on a mountain and we're trailing someone and we hear fighting, so it's just a security thing.
I rolled. Oh, I actually rolled more because I do have stealth as a focus. So,
means +2 to your roll. What'd you get?
19.
Jesus!
You are too lucky.
I got a 6 and a 5 and a 3. Yeah, I must roll.
Hey, son of a, could you like aim your camera a bit down for me when you?
Alright, glad.
What? That's where you place them, damn it. So,
yeah.
This is more to the audience, ladies and gentlemen. If you think Sunniver is lying and requires a constant camera on those dice, just say so in the comments section. Thank you.
But I do have a +5 though with the stealth.
What?
Thing.
Ah!
Because I have a 3 in dexterity and
God, those
+2,
elves.
so.
Never gonna get the jump on anyone ever again.
I have eyes in the back of my head. Sorry.
Awesome. Well, yeah, no bloody problem. Half of the stuff I've written down is actually pointless now. You win. You come into around the corner. You actually cut through the forest area. This is basically what you see. The other two are waiting behind. You could manage to cut through some of the larger tree, the bigger tree stumps, and use one of them for cover. What you observe over in the next area is basically a rather large opening in the road, which looks like where people park up for the night. It's kind of like a truck stop, only it's designed for carts. There is a rise in the mountain area, or like a rather large rock, which looks like it's been built into to provide shelter against the elements. And one said cart, and these things are actually quite big. They're about 4 wheels in total, with a tent effect. Lots of goods inside. This thing could easily hold like horses. Speaking of which, it's actually got 2 or 4 horses on the front. But that isn't the most exciting thing. The exciting thing is that you see around 6 people dressed in light leather armor, pads, and leather beaten helmets, trying to kill someone who is standing on top of this cart, swinging what looks like a rather large halberd down at them. It's very lucky that these bandits who are obviously targeting him don't have a bow. Otherwise, this fight might have been over in seconds. In fact, you're guessing, but you think that the brightly colored person, clothes-wise, is not like a luminescent person, but the person wearing rather rich attire that's dead on the floor, bleeding like intensely from a neck wound, still jetting, must have been quite recent, was probably something to do with this merchant caravan. The man you're looking at might well be your target.
The one on top of the caravan.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is he a dwarf or is he a human or?
This seems like a human.
Okay.
So we were trying to kill him or capture him, or what was our goal again?
That's a good question. You were basically sent to find him, and then you have an envelope in your hand. Which, sorry, Anita, you have an envelope that you're carrying, which has the rest of the instructions. It's sealed with the nightingale symbol as well, not to be opened until you find him.
Okay, I don't know that we found him, so I'm going to wait.
But can the other 2 see me from where I'm standing?
On a 19, I don't think God could see you.
It's like,
okay, but can I kind of like signal, like do some SWAT things with my hands to make the other 2 come to my position?
Considering that he's facing you and the other 6 guys are facing him, yes, but you're risking a lot, because if he gets distracted, he might get hit. If he...
Oh no! I mean, can I signal to Anita and Tonya?
Oh, them! They're actually behind you, behind a lot of foliage, so you'd have to go back to find them.
All right.
Don't worry, I won't make you do another stealth check every time you do this. For a 19, I think you've pretty much passed every stealth check you will ever need to make, ever.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Oh! What I do? I raise my. Is there any of the bandits that looks like a boss or like a?
Just funnily enough, as you mention it, there is a chap there who looks like the boss. You can tell because he has a lot better armor and he's wielding what looks suspiciously like a really nice castle forged sword. The rest of them seem to be carrying clubs and such, but he's carrying a good sword in his hands.
Can I aim at him with my bow from where I'm standing without getting seen?
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna try to do that.
And then?
And then I'm gonna run back to Anita and Tonya and be like, prepare to fucking fight.
Yes, just poke the bear and...
Yeah, I'm waiting for those words. I shoot the bow and arrow at this person.
I do it.
Oh god. So you're going to shoot at the guy, and then you're going to slip away, run back to the guys and say, I just pissed them all off. Brilliant. Oh wow. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Cool. Well, you get the added advantage of what's the word? Surprise.
Oh dear.
Ladies,
Yeah.
would you care to roll for initiative?
Yay.
Initiative is your 3 dice plus your dexterity,
Okay.
and plus the +2 if
Yeah.
if you have initiative.
I have nothing in dexterity, so that's a 13.
Oh.
So do you really want to hear my numbers?
Do you know, I don't, but I need to. So...
I rolled 21.
Oh
I hate you. I so hate you.
You are so OP. It's insane.
This is not fun.
No. It was just 20. 20. I rolled 20.
Oh well,
20.
if it's only 20.
No worries.
No worries.
Oh, shucks, you know. Skibbity beep ba 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 doo. Skibbity beep ba ba ba.
Okay.
That's the leader dude. Okay, cool.
Feels
Call it out.
Stupid waiting here.
Yeah, who got 20 or higher? Jennifer. Who got 15 to 20?
Me.
Tonya, what did you get?
I guess.
What did you get, Tonya? Huh?
17.
17. A 7 and a teen. There you go. Tonya, you would not believe the amount of insults I'm writing on this piece of paper. Actually, every child is like stupid son of a with a stupid dice, and then I run out of space.
It's my Yahtzee dice. They always.
Okay, people can drink another shot if Sonova kind of rolls dragon dice and she's like,
Yeah.
Yahtzee!
Whenever Sunniva has a really good roll, they have to drink. They're going to be plastered.
Oh god, people's livers are going to be gone. What did you get, by the way, Anita?
13.
13. Awesome, thank you. 13.
I'm the one who's dragging down the curve, making it normal.
Average. Yeah. Alrighty. Groovy. You get the surprise, so you get to strike first anyway. Then normal order of initiative operates, so you get to move again because you're the highest one in the bloody list. You gotta shoot from cover, so you roll your typical shooty shoot dice, which is the 3 dice, plus 2 if you have bows in focus.
No, I don't.
You also have plus 3 because the defender is unaware of the attack.
Okay, so since I never attacked, I'm gonna throw
Wait,
my
you
3
didn't?
dice, right? Huh? No. What?
Are you attacking or not?
Yeah. Of course I am. But
Yeah,
since
there you go.
I don't. Yeah, but since I don't know how this really works, you have to kind of.
Roll 3 dice.
Yes. Yes. That's 12, 13,
Plus
14,
3.
15. Plus
What?
3.
Mhm.
15 plus 3 then.
Yes. So you get your dice plus the ability, which is dexterity,
Yes.
plus any focuses or modifications. Like, for example, if you're firing in wet weather, that's like a -1. In this case, you're shooting at someone who there's actually a modificator is like defender is blindly drunk, +2. Nice. I would have to remember that one. Aren't I? Yeah. So you get +3 because the leader of these bandits hasn't even noticed you yet. So this arrow is going to be a big surprise. You got 18, was that?
Oh my god.
I think you got more.
15 plus 3.
Yeah,
If
18.
that's my attack plus dexterity. That's the only thing.
Plus 3.
Plus 3
because
after
he
that
doesn't
again.
see you.
Oh my god.
So that's 18 plus 3 then.
This is not
21. And
21.
also, yeah, Sample says in the chat, I don't think I have enough vodka for this, Sunniva. Calm your dice.
Don't dice shame. Boo! You're a bad person. I agree with you.
And then
right.
Dove says that we should trade dice, Anita. Me and you.
Even things out.
I don't think I could actually stand that. Son of his dice in Anita's hands would be terrible because she'd be like, I know that too because look, law. Haha.
But I've been lucky now because dexterity is one of the traits I have most points in, and also
Yes.
I have the focus on both initiative and stealth, so that makes it like +5 by default.
Yeah. So.
All those GMs out there know what I'm going through right now. Right.
So yeah, 21.
So- You draw the. Is it a short bow you're using, by the way, or is it a standard bow? What is it?
I think it's a short bow. I haven't really
Sounds about right.
specified all of that yet, but I
For the record, let's say bow.
yeah.
Because I'm lazy. Actually, there is no bow. It's short bow or long bow. It has to be a short bow.
Then it's a short bow, yes.
That's fine. Wicked. They're a lot easier to use as well if you're a goblin. Yeah, you pull the short bow out of your quiver, draw the arrow
Yes.
to it, notch it, draw it back very cleanly without even holding it in a dramatic kind of Hollywood-esque fashion, which doesn't really do very well in real life, and just let the arrow fly before ducking back into cover. You hear a would you mind? I'm going to roll the damage for you because I can, because you ducked out of cover. Let's see. That's going to be. That's so cool. Where does that star go?
I'm not sure if I like
yeah.
this laughter or not.
What's your perception?
Mine?
Yes.
3.
Oh, really? Is it? Is it?
I helped her place her things.
See, now you have like defense rating. You've beaten his defense rating hands down. He never had a chance of dodging it anyway, to be fair. But now I just rolled like the dice damage for the bow. Added it to your perception because unlike combat weapons where your strength actually delivers more hit, it's your sense of perception. It's basically how good you are at getting the arrow into the chinks of armor and/or assholes and eye holes. Right? Can't believe I just said that. Right, let's go with it. Let's use it. It's cool.
That's fine.
So we just scored 10. His armor rating is 5 because he's got pretty good armor, which means you've shot this guy literally in the ass.
Yes.
Amazing.
And what you can't see right now is the lieutenant of this bandit company going, ah! Why? He's wheeling around, looking at the woods. But he can't see you. He cannot see you. Now you get another action because it's the start of initiative now. He is aware. They are aware, however, that they're under attack from somewhere else. So don't expect to do that again.
No, but I do. I sneak back to the others and inform them of what's just happened.
Do a quick stealth check now because they're actually looking for you.
Okay.
Oh, they're active.
Oh.
Especially considering all of the bandits have turned around to see their boss with a rather long-looking arrow sticking out of his butt cheek.
15.
And she's a level 1 character.
I hate you all.
Get better.
Oh, that's not going to make my life any easier, is it?
No.
Oh, he rolled amazing, but he's still not good enough. You suck! Alright, it's like a level 1 character. You make it back to the other two. You just hear this, you know when you slap a ruler at the end of a desk and it makes that dung 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 noise?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't hear that, but it'd be funny as hell if you did. You hear, however, the brunt scream of what sounds like an animal screaming. That's the sound of a man screaming that high pitch that it sounds alien. It's what happens when you shoot someone in the butt with an arrow. And then, of course, a rather mischievous-looking elf comes out of the woods, looking very, very smug with herself.
I look at her and I ask, what did you do?
Prepare to fight. I found her.
Alright. I'm very glad I cast rock armor.
I found our target. He's being attacked by brutes. We need to kill them now.
Right, okay, cool. I have this letter, but I feel like I should read it later. And I jump off the horse and I follow her.
Yay! Okay, groovy. The bandits, you can hear them, are trying to fan into the woods. They haven't really made any progress yet.
Can we sneak around the cart? Because they're going through the woods. Can we, do...
You need to get observation on what they're doing first. Tonya!
Yes.
Tonya. No name is up.
Yep. Well, at the mention of get ready for fight, I draw my my wall and my medium shield.
Cool.
That's wicked. I like that.
Follow.
Now, something to note. When you get into the thick of combat, you have things called major and minor actions. Like most RPGs, you have this, and it's just like a list of stuff you can do to make the game a little bit simpler. For you guys, all you really need to do, at the very least, is just say, I want to do that! And I'll be like, okay, sure, this is how you make it happen. But major actions are essentially the big ones, like hit him in the face a lot, or ranged attack, or running, or healing, and stuff like that. The minor actions tend to be things that you can do in addition, like aiming, or flying? Oh my god, they do have flying. Cool. How? Activating like a new mode of fighting, like switching to dual weapons or switching to berserker mode and things like that. It's not really that big a deal right now, but it's something we'll kind of get into as we play. Other certain like skills and stuff also switch some major actions to minor actions, especially when you're a mischievous rogue and you like stabbing people in the butt. Tonya, what do you want to do?
Well, I'm looking towards the forest where Suneva's character came from.
Yeah, you're standing in the middle of the road at the moment, plainly in line of sight, looking at the forest, which is covering the corner, like as it goes around the corner. You sure you want to do that?
I mean, we're in battle now, so I assume that you want to get to where the fighting is.
Yeah, well, I'm not really sure where the fighting is because I'm not sure if I can see any of those we're gonna fight. But I guess I'm going to, go towards the forest looking for enemies.
Look for trouble.
Look for trouble. I kick up in the dark.
Just follow the whimpering of someone with an arrow in his butt. Oh dear God.
Look for the guy with an arrow poking out of his ass.
It's like, oh my God, that really just happened. Would you want to roll a perception for me, Tonya?
Ooh, that will go well.
That's the spirit.
Ugh. Okay. 7.
Cool. There are people in that little edge of the woods that she just came out of. You can hear someone cracking tree branches. You probably think to yourself, it's obviously Shem, which is the racial slur for humans. I do believe it means short-lived. Yeah, short-lived. Because they're just bumbling through the woods. You don't know how many there are. There could be all 6. Could be 3. Unfortunately, Sunniva hasn't related how many there are. So it could be 10,000 that she's picked a fight with. She probably would as well.
But she's quite young, so...
Yeah. Cool. All right, so you're entering the woods area where all of the different cover is. Do you want to do something like, say, this is the GM being nice here, hide behind a tree and wait for someone to come past?
Yes.
That's the spirit. Cool. Roll up a stealth roll and see if you can get into a good hiding space. That's going to be a bonus, focus bonus. It's going to be cunning, sorry.
Cunning?
Ah, no, sorry. I always get mixed up with another game. It's dexterity as stealth.
Okay. 6:30. Let's see. 7, 9.
Carry the 2.
12.
12, nice. Okay, cool. Let's write that down. Groovy. Awesome. That's groovy. Basically, that means next time you get an attack, the opponents may have not spotted you, and you'll get that +3 bonus when you smack them in the head with your sword. Next up is actually the baddies. Bum bum bum. Dum da dum da dum da. Dum da 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 da. Something something. Bad guys coming at you.
That's what my character actually sings.
Yeah, in her head.
Totally good. Time for a montage. Wicked. As you watch from your hiding position, 3 of the bandits come past you as you're hiding behind the tree like that, ready to go for it. Unfortunately, one of them, who's wearing a hood over his head and is carrying what looks like a rather sharp dagger, stops, turns to you, and sees where you are before making an attack. Now he's going to try and stab you. Ooh, Shazbat. That's good. What's your character's defense, by the way?
With my shield, it's 17.
I hate you guys so hard. Cool. he comes at you, and even getting stun points and trying to improve his chances, he comes at you with his dagger, but you manage to deflect it with the shield. His friend, however, who just suddenly appears behind him, wielding another dagger, is coming down with it, trying to get you in the this area of the collarbone, trying to cause a really nasty injury. He doesn't manage to get past your shield either. However, you're no longer hidden. All 3 of them know where you are, and they're trying to circle you. Next up is Anita. You hear the clash of battle in the woods. You can just make out your male compatriot fending off not 1 but 3 of these guys.
Right. So I'm in their line of sight right now, right?
They haven't noticed you particularly,
Okay.
it seems, but
Would it
they
be
are
a
in your
major
line of sight.
action to try to move up on the side of them to try
No.
to maybe flank one of them?
that would be a minor action.
A minor action. Okay. So
Yeah,
I
running is a major, but minor's
Okay.
moving.
So I'll if I can do that in my turn, I want to move up back to the back of one of these people, and then I want to fire a arcane lance at him, which is a 1d6 plus magic damage. It has a 16-yard ranged attack.
You're gonna go right up behind him and just cast an arcane lance on the back of his head.
I'm gonna fucking
Oh
with an arcane lance.
my god!
You're gonna like spear him like a one
Kebab.
of those things that you put. Yeah, kebab thing.
Yeah.
Seriously?
pretty
You do not know of the kebab?
much.
Oh, my summer child. We need to change that. Do a stealth check. See if you can sneak up on them.
Okay, yeah.
Because they might not be able to act on it, but they can notice you and probably
Yeah.
try and actively defend.
Probably not gonna go well for it. 7.
Oh, come on.
7.
You got a 7.
Yeah.
That
I
bad.
have nothing in stealth, so.
Okay. Unfortunately, the person you're trying to sneak up on noticed the blatant, probably roby robes of a mage coming up
Yeah,
behind
I'm
you.
like coming through the brush and I'm, cursing because I get snagged on thorns or something like, God, I hate nature. Face. Rather be maker, I hate nature.
Is anyone else thinking of Archer in the jungle? Eat a dick, jungle. Suck. Oh, brilliant. Okay, roll for it. Let's see if you manage to get him in the face instead.
Okay, so the spell is It's a utility spell. It has no test, it seems. So I guess it's an auto hit, just like magic missile or something.
I do believe it says it's fired like a normal ranged attack, which means that you roll 3 dice and add your magic instead of firing dexterity.
Right. Okay. Cool. So I get I get 3 plus 2 because I have a focus.
Cool.
In Arcane Lance.
Yeah.
So let's see. So that's 11, 12, 13, 18.
What?
18. Hey, I roll them good when it counts, apparently.
Oh, wow. Oh dear gosh golly. Okay, roll damage.
Okay, so 1d6 plus magic, so that's 1d6 plus 3 because my modifier is 3. Or am I wrong?
What does it say there? It's your magic plus...
It says a 1d6 plus magic.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, cool.
So you roll 1 dice, add your magic rating, and that's the damage.
Yeah, okay, cool. So that's 6.
So it's 6, yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Is this going to be... I wonder if this is piercing damage. Is this piercing damage?
It's penetrating damage, it says.
Penetrating damage, is it?
Yeah.
Oh dear gosh. Oh wow. That's...
Real shish kebab.
Mage is so OP. Love it.
I think it was, at least. I can double check.
Did you get a double, by the way?
No.
Keep an eye on that, by the way, guys. If you get a double, make sure you call it out, because that's what the fun happens. It is not a piercing damage.
No.
No.
Let's see. Maybe I was thinking about something else. Oh yeah,
There
it's my
is-
drained life that has penetrated.
Yeah, there's also another type of arcane lance, which is like, it's called arcane spear or something, which is amazingly good.
Yeah.
You should get that, because that's the one in the game where it's actually like a whoa, 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 fuck. But yes, because of the guy's armor, you manage to actually cause him a little bit of damage. He wheels past as you try and sneak up on him, and as he turns around, fireball him in the face. He's actively burned from this blue flickering flame, which sears the sides of his face and neck. He makes a bit of a growl as he fights back the pain, and he's still going. Who's next up? Oh, look at that. It's the other two. They're actually busy with the other fella. You can still hear the other people are still fighting the merchants.
Can I see Sunniva's character, by the way?
Oh yeah, she's probably right behind you.
Okay, so can I like shout to her and ask her, so how many of these Shemlin are there? Just
Shemlin.
Yeah.
Such a racist.
Yes. We told you.
Yes, the next up is the leader. Ooh, Shazbat. Cool. Right back to Sunnova.
I answer. It's 6 of them.
That's a free action.
Yeah. And since I have my bow out, I prepare to shoot. Is there any of the 3 guys that's in my line of sight that sort of looks more dangerous? Like, is there any one of them that...
There's actually one trying to sneak up on Tonya at the moment.
Yeah, that's the one I shoot.
Yes. Just trying to find out. I can just get this over.
Do you want me to specify where I point where I try to hit him?
Pointing with, shooting with the pointy end. I am trying to find out. I do believe aim is... Where on earth? Why do they have what I can do for like major and minor actions, but it doesn't tell you what they do? That's not
that's
good.
odd.
That sucks. There'll be a sheet somewhere. I'll dig it up. But yes, what you can do is do a minor action as an aim, and then make a ranged attack as your major action, for example.
Yeah, because I do aim for one of those bare pieces of skin.
Yes.
Probably
That gives you a +1, I do believe, to your attack roll.
Yeah. Like the neck, back of the neck, or in his face, or something like that.
Sounds good. I like all of those. Go on, roll for it.
Yeah, that's 3 dice, right?
Yes.
And I added my dex bonus for this one, or perception. Perception.
No, you add your dex for shooting. You add your perception when you're trying to determine damage.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
9, 10, 11. Plus dexterity, that's 3, so 14.
This is just going to be a really long night for you, isn't it?
I just hope to kill one of you tonight. As just nothing personal. Just...
Oh,
Just
no.
FYI, my other spells are drain life and heal, so I'm not gonna run out of hit points anytime soon.
Oh, sorry. You just said your other spells are drain life and heal. So basically, you can do the whole wraith thing from Stargate. Like life comes out, life goes in. Life comes out, life goes in. That's sick. I love it. Yes, you fire the bow again. Bring it back. Let it go. The arrow makes a little whistling noise as it spins in the air and slams straight into the guy's side. Roll damage.
That's 1d6 plus 1.
It is 1d6 plus 1 plus your perception.
Plus my perception.
Yes.
Oh, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Good stuff. Did you get any doubles, by the way?
No.
Cool. Again, very important, because one of the things you can buy as a stunt is to halve their armor, which is very useful. Very, very useful. Yes, the arrow gets stuck into his side. God, these guys are like pincushions now. Really cool. He books over a little bit. Obviously, Tonya is probably going to notice this. Yeah, Tonya's character, Nameless, does notice this guy suddenly trying to sneak up on her, on him. Contort with pain, scream out as this arrow goes between his ribs and into some fleshy parts of him. Yeah, not bad. Next up is, guess who?
Me.
It's your favorite psychopath and mine. Go ahead, Tiger. You actually probably could, when you hear this person behind you, you smell this metallic wash of blood in your in the air as this guy gets wounded quite deeply. And you also know for a fact that he's going to go down first.
As I'm holding my shield against the two on my shield side, I'm going to take my maul and smash it.
Oh, nice. Okay, roll for attack. Just roll your dice and add your... what weapon is it, by the way? Is it a short sword or a long sword? It's a long sword, so strength.
Some blunted.
That's one of the things I like about this system, actually. It means that if you have a rapier or a short sword, you use dexterity to hit it, whereas a big weapon, you use strength.
Yeah, that makes sense.
8, 13,
Mhm.
and 16.
16, nice. I can't believe these poor buggers. You probably don't even look at him as you whip the sword around, but you feel it connect with something that feels like a mixture between something soft and something that shouldn't ever be touched with something from the outside world. And you have to actually draw your sword back a little bit with a forcible
It's not
tug.
a sword, it's a maul.
Sorry, oh, Jesus H. Nice. It doesn't get stuck in. I know it does. It does. It makes this sickening, like I've just hit bacon kind of sensation. Like a dunk. And then when you draw it back, it makes a noise.
And it looks like a pizza.
It does now. Pizza the Hut. Would you mind rolling for your damage? I believe that's a... Is that a double-handed maul?
It's not double-handed. It's 1d6 plus 3, it says.
Yes. You got a two-handed maul there. That's really messy. Yes. You roll that and add your strength.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
5, 8. No, wait. I rolled 3 dices. What shall I do?
Suspension is killing me. You just roll 1 dice again.
Okay.
I don't care if you rolled 6s. By the way, did you roll any doubles? Did you roll any doubles?
Before, no.
No. That's really sucky for that.
3, 6, and my strength?
Yes.
9.
9.
That's a lot of damage.
That is not bad. Okay, cool. This guy has got an arrow sticking out of him. He's not having a good day. As he looks down at his arrow, going, "Ow! Oh shit!" And then, just as he's finishing that last noise, your maul whips around and catches him in the jaw, breaking it. Teeth kind of just flop out of his mouth as his tongue and lip instantly get impacted by the impact. He flops to his left-hand side, staggering. But that was a very nasty hit. He's not going to take much more to take down now.
Okay, so he's not dead
Poor
yet.
guy.
No, but he's not going to be getting much access on Tinder anytime soon. Sorry. I really should stick to the contemporary jokes. Yep, the 3 dudes. Wicked. All right, now the 2 guys in front of you, Tonya. One of them. That's going to be a dexterity, I believe. That is a double. Ooh. One of them gets past your shield. Yes. Manages 2 calls. It's going to be a light sword. Oh, come on. What? You know what? I quit. Let's not play this. Let's play another game. Oh, play a stupid game anymore. He basically calls. What's your armor?
My armor.
What's your armor rating?
4.
Are you kidding me? Jesus. Despite your main attempts, this guy's dagger manages to nick a part between your armor plates, causing a little bit of a deep cut. You take 1 health damage. And you know how you get that back? You're going to love this, kids. You get that back by literally lying down for an hour.
Okay. That's not a very serious mood.
That's
I gotta come up with better monsters.
Okay.
It's like taking,
Die.
vaccine shots.
Backseat shots. Ow!
A tetanus shot, you'll be fine.
I suddenly feel very sleepy.
Second guy.
I'm gonna go more like, hey.
Not
Oh,
cool.
damn it. The other fella doesn't manage to get his dagger past your shield either. However, the third fella who got jabbed in the face, let's see if we can keep it together. Yeah, he's keeping it together. He's actually really angry at the fact that his face has been mauled, literally, and he's now got a musical instrument sticking out of his side. So he's going to go after you again, and doesn't manage to get past your defense. Damn it, guys. Come on, you're letting the team down. There's a lot of noise being done by this, by the way, so the other 2 people might actually start coming over. Yeah, one of them. Really cool. Awesome. Yes, you can hear people in the distance being called out, and you can hear them shouting to each other in a Antivan dialect, something like "I'm coming, hang on," and such. So their friends seem to be coming to help.
Right.
This is going to get a really nasty fight in a minute. Moving up, it's going to be back to Sunniva and her dodgy dice.
I'm gonna.
But wait, isn't it my turn?
My apologies. Yes, Anita.
Yeah.
You're too busy brushing off your robes.
Yeah, I'm still not happy with nature.
You're a dick, nature.
Yeah. There's still a guy in front of me, the guy I arcane lanced earlier, right?
Don't make that a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. But yeah, so I'm just going to continue attacking him.
Cool, groovy. You want to do the arcane lance again?
Yeah.
It is one of your best weapons. Go for it. Roll your magic.
Okay. So that is not very good. That's 9.
Did you get any doubles?
Yes, I got 2 1s.
But you got a 9 regardless.
Yes,
Actually, no, that's...
because I have focus and 3 in magic. So I had 4 plus 5, so 9.
Ooh. You actually, between you and Tonya, you outnumber this guy 2 to 1. So that means you actually just managed to hit him. Yay! Roll! Congratulations. Now roll for damage.
Okay.
What was on your dragon dice, by the way?
My dragon dice was a 2.
Interesting. Guess what?
What?
You can buy a stunt. Now there's about 10 of these. I'm gonna give you the ones that matter. You can get something called Mighty Blow, which means you inflict an extra 1d6 damage on your attack.
Oh yeah, that sounds good. Because I'm pissed off now because my robe is torn.
Yep.
And I'm going to take my anger out on him.
Ooh.
You're gonna loot his carcass.
Okay, so roll 2d6 and it's 2d6 and add your magic then, isn't it? Yep. Go for that.
Okay. So that is 4, 5, 6, 10.
10?
10 damage.
Oh shit. Okay, how do you want to do this?
First kill! Okay, what I want to do is I just want my arcane lance to go straight between his eyes and just blow through the back of his skull.
Wow, nice.
Yes.
Even at this distance, it's spectacular. Mainly because it's blue flame in the natural aspect.
This is my pop art installation. Yeah.
You're
Performance art.
call the man because he's very rude and is facing the wrong direction. But as he turns around, you place just the tip of your staff between his eyes, so much so that he looks at the staff like this. And at that moment, there is a little flicker of blue fire, and instead of igniting right in front of the staff, it seems to ignite inside his skull. So much so that you see his eyes melt before the back of his head goes and explodes with ashes because the brain's already been burnt out. His skull catches fire in blue flame as his body just flaps around, spasming on the ground.
That's so cool.
Even strangely, he manages to let out a scream despite the fact that there's no wind in his lungs anymore. Magic. It defies science.
Oh yeah, so you see a creepy kind of like smirk
Horrible.
on your face, like, yeah.
I just go like OMM instead of oh my god, oh my maker.
Oh my maker, nice. I just look at this blue fire. Smurf kill. Nice. It's all a blue fire. So he's scratched off. Wicked. I'm going to check the morale of the other two. Yep. Ooh, no. One of the guys facing Tonya bolts for it.
Yeah.
He's like, screw this!
Opportunity?
Tonya does, yes. You know what? We don't normally do that with Dragon Age, but under the circumstances, I'm going to let it because it's cool. And it also works on you guys, too. So there. Tonya, do you want to hit this guy as he tries to run away?
Yeah, of course.
Go for it. Coward that he is. He deserves nothing better.
I smack him with my maul.
Schmack. Spelled with an SC. Sure.
Smack. Okay, let's see. 6, 9, 13, 16.
16. Yeah, you easily hit him. Damage?
Yes. 5, 8, 12.
Did you get any doubles, by the way? Oh, 12.
No.
Awesome. Yeah. You hit him in the back, and he flops down onto the floor, but he's still scrabbling, trying to get away. The hit you've given him has obviously caused some sort of spinal injury. It's probably not like broken bones or anything, but he's really in a lot of pain, dragging himself forward, freaking out at the moment.
It's misaligned.
He's having a bad day.
Poor
Groovy.
guy.
The other two, however, come screaming out of the woods. One of them charges Nameless straight away. He's armed with a short sword. He looks a bit more like he knows what he's doing. And completely misses. You nonsense. And the second guy who comes out of the woods, also carrying a proper sword, charges Anita's character. Ah! Oh, I'm so sorry. Mercy. The sword comes down. You can't do anything to stop it. What? You have no armor, do you?
No, but I have rock armor.
You do, and your magic rating is 3, correct?
Yes, so 13.
13?
Yeah, isn't it 10 plus my magic?
Nah.
Yes. Okay.
Your magic rating is the ability.
Yeah.
So if it's 3, that's the armor rating, which is the same as
Okay.
light armor.
Right. Okay.
But when you boost it later on, you can pretty much have the same magic, same armor as plate mail, but without any of the problems.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, this guy botches completely. He manages just to cause you 1 damage.
Okay, one. I
Like
can
up.
deal with that. Now
Yeah,
I have 20 hit points.
Yeah, now you got to be careful of tetanus, because that's the only thing that'll kill you at this point.
He managed to like cut your little finger so you bleed on your
On my
garment.
robe. It's
That
like-
makes you more angry. No, just
Yeah, if he gets out alive from this, I'm sending him my dry cleaning bill.
Oh, Pin it to his corpse. The leader comes out of the woods as well. He's got blood all up his arm, so don't know where that's from. He's also still got that arrow sticking out of his butt.
Oh no, did he kill the guy? Damn
I
it.
hope not. But they have killed one guy in fancy clothes that was on the ground nearly dead that you saw. We know nothing
This is
about
very true. This is we have to find out in a minute. In the meantime, the brigand's leader, he goes straight after Nameless and manages to smack him a good one. 3 plus that. Yeah, cool. Yes, he manages to cause 8 on you, damage-wise. What's your armor?
Wait.
Don't say.
Armor. My armor rating is 4.
4. That's pretty good. You got 4 damage on your health then. Cool. The heavy blade he's carrying takes a chip out of your shield and manages to come straight through some of your armor, digging in deep just above your, just between here and here. This is a fleshy bit here, but there's now a rather large crimson stain. You know that's a puncture injury. Not like punch to the lungs, you'd be screwed, but that's gone through. That's not good. Groovy. Back to Sunniva.
Yes. How many of them is on their feet right now?
Well, you got one who's trying to get away, one who's dead from the head up. You've got 3 more dudes and the leader.
Okay.
The leader, by the way, is still has the arrow sticking out of his butt, which would indicate that he's not doing too well.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit his other butt cheek.
Are you? You know, I'm gonna let it happen. Tell you what, roll a stealth check first of all. See if you can't make yourself less known. You should really look into the backstab move. By the way, I think you'd enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I've totally forgot about that one.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, backstab is something all rogues get, which basically means if they are behind someone, they get twice as much damage because they stab them in the butt.
Or just from a like a hiding place. You don't have to necessarily stand behind them. You get it if you kind of stealth shoot them as well.
Why does everyone think this is true? It's unfortunately to melee weapons only.
Oh yeah. But still.
I think you can get a bow talent which allows you to do backstab from in that manner as well, like a sniper shot.
Cool. Then I'm gonna get that later. But still, I got 14 on stealth.
Ooh. Hold on. What? You can inflict extra damage with an attack if you strike an opponent from an unexpected direction or catch them unawares. You must approach your opponent with a move action. Then you must win an opposed test of movement stealth. Oh, you must approach your opponent with a move action. It's implied that it's
I have to sneak.
Well, it doesn't say it has to be done by a dagger. It just says it has to be really close. So you could presume that you could get really close with your bow and arrow and get something like to pull a Sarah. Say what? What does that mean? Twink. You know, that type of thing. So if you want to do that, that'd be epic. And I always rule on the cause of epic. So let's see. Do you want to get close and personal?
With the bow?
Yeah.
That was rather stupid, but fun.
I think it would be a hilarious way to kill him.
Yeah.
Actually.
I do.
I approve of this.
I mean,
Yes.
if we were playing Pathfinder, you would definitely be getting some penalties, but I don't know if they have like a shooting into melee penalty in Dragon Age.
It's not technically shooting into melee so much as just getting real close. Though to be fair, you could always just where are we? You could always simply just use your dagger anyway.
And our viewers had to drink again because you had to look up the rules.
You're welcome.
We should
All right.
the rules for this though. Okay.
But I don't necessarily want to kill the leader, because I think it would be nice if we kind of interrogated him.
Well, if you the only ruling with regards to this is when you take the kill move, like the one that would normally kill him, you can say you're pulling the attack. so that you don't technically kill them, you just knock them out. However, you need to be ready to tie them up or keep an eye on them or something, because they'll wake up in a few minutes.
I didn't have any money to buy a rope because that was like 12 gold pieces or something.
Yeah, silk rope. You can buy normal rope for like...
Yeah,
No, the rope is really expensive.
No, the silk rope is very expensive.
The regular rope is like 6 silver pieces or something.
Oh, okay.
Well, I played
Whatevs.
3 different gaming sessions, or 3 different gaming groups with this this series of this book, and every single game so far has been about rope. It just reminds me of Boondock Saints, you know?
Yeah.
Just take your fucking rope! Right. Okay, alright. What would you like to do, Sunniva?
I stab him, I guess, in the
Stab
butt.
him.
I don't know.
Do you want?
Not in the
You'll
butt,
you'll
but-
love this. Go on. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge. All right. Roll a stealth check to approach.
That was 14.
Oh, damn it. It's going to take his awareness check, which he is really not going to pass. Nope, you win unopposed. So now you get +2 to your attack on him, on top of anything other focuses. Roll to hit him. Somebody's drinking a lot right now. I'm sorry about this.
Is he right or left-handed?
This guy's right-handed.
Okay, then I kind of cut him with my dagger so that his arm stops, like this part right here.
Sure.
The nerve thing that kind of keeps your arm together, so it will just go like lifeless.
Oh, Sen, the tendon.
Yes, that's the one I'm going for. So
Okay. You get to add +2, plus any focus, and because I just realised this, the defender is unaware of the attack, which means that's another +3 on top.
Oh.
In your face, Pathfinder.
Okay, but is this dexterity, perception?
This is going to be using a dagger, so it's going to be dexterity.
Okay, yeah, cool. So then I have, but I got a double, but that was with my dragon die, but that doesn't matter, right?
It does.
Oh, it does. I got a double.
Yep. What was the number on your dragon die?
6.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Fun times. All right, so you definitely hit, right? You must have gotten like 2 billion or something.
Yeah, it was insanely high.
So I'd recommend you go for something called Pierce Armor, which is a 2. So you find the chicken, the armor rating is halved. Or if you want, you could basically go 2d6 damage on your attack with Lethal Blow, which costs 5 stun points. By the way, these are on your character sheet. It's combat stunts.
Ooh. But I do have 2d6 since this was a backstab of damage already.
I know.
So.
It stacks.
Oh, cool.
So please do this for Rick, please.
Okay,
Please
okay,
do
I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna do it for you.
5 stun points spent on Lethal Blow, which means that you are now rolling 1 + 2 plus another 1 equals 4d6 worth of damage with your dagger. This could be an alpha strike on the leader. This is going to be sick. I love it.
Okay, are you ready? 4d6.
I can't see what you're rolling. You
Oh
have to
my
tell me.
goodness.
I got a 6 and 2 5s on the first roll. So
Oh, dear
that's
God.
16
Yeah.
plus another 6.
Add,
So that's 22.
Is this with a short sword or a dagger, by the way?
Dagger.
Right, so it's +1 as well.
Yeah, so that's 22 plus 1. And plus strength.
Dexterity, because it's a light weapon.
Oh, then 3. So 26.
I'm sure that's a
Damage.
record. I'm sure that's a record. But he's wearing armor, someone says. Yes, it's -4 to that. So that's going to be 19.
Damage.
Wait, 26 -4. That's 22.
Yes.
Yes.
Holy shit. Drink! Everybody drink! I think we just broke the DM.
All right, fine, whatever. Shut up. Oh, dear God. I'm looking at the sheet saying, be careful to use this Brigand Lieutenant because he may be too OP. You're like, well, really? Obviously didn't Screw this. God damn it. All right, yes. How would you like to do this?
Could I like do a flip or something? I don't know.
This is the most spectacular kill move
Okay.
anyone has ever
This is
done.
what I
on
do.
this character. Yep.
This is what I do.
This is what you do.
I grab him by the shoulder and I sort of leap to a flip over him. So when I grab his shoulder, he kind of turns around like this. Then I jump over him and stab him
in the chest.
And then whatever piece of flesh I find that would kill him, really.
Throat?
Oh my god.
Just that.
Can I do that?
Ninja.
Do that. You can stab him in the eye. You can. At the moment, you could probably just like bonk him with your sword, and you make him explode from the waist down. I don't know. You just kind of go, boink, and he just boom.
Well, the chat is saying cheers.
Can you just do the like secret whooshy pinky finger?
Yeah, like the 5-finger death punch.
Gadoosh.
From Kill Bill or something. I don't know.
Do Kung Fu Panda skadoosh.
I think you should cut his throat.
Yeah.
I do. I cut his throat.
Classic.
I make him a new mouth.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, nice. Have a smile.
Chelsea
Cool.
smile.
I'll do you one better.
Smile or
For
what-
this. Sorry?
A Jersey smile or a Chelsea smile or something.
It's just a matter of geography. It could be an Oslo smile, really.
Yeah.
Everyone's smiling already here, though.
Or just
yes.
go like flip over and you just go with your knife in his mouth and go like Joker, like, why so serious?
You're all about the
Stealing from
fandoms
everywhere
today.
You're
Yeah.
just stealing from everywhere.
Son of a, when you tap on this bandit leader's shoulder to get his attention, what do you want to say?
Peekaboo.
Your mom's pizza. I don't know. I'm not good at one-liners.
Less is more. The trick is less is more. I think that your stealthy move, you literally just your character. What's your character's name again?
Firil. Or Firil. Or...
Firil puts the bow down, stalks forward with a little slender dirk in her hand before coming up behind the leader, reaches up tenderly and goes tap tap on the shoulder, and then goes, psst, hey. The bandit leader turns around, wah! At which point, Firil is already in the air, somersaulting over the bandit leader, and just as he turns around, manages to see just in time this glittering silver length of metal come down past his ear, cutting it off, past the cheek ear, slicing a very thin piece off, and then carving right through his Adam's apple and through his windpipe before getting stuck in the collarbone. There is this brief, horrific moment where there is no sound except for the chirping of birds in the woods, where Firil is just standing in before this bandit leader with the dagger still caught at the collarbone. And this is all a matter of seconds, long agonizing seconds, before the blood flow of his neck catches up and the blood sprays all over the elf and all over everywhere else. His entire blood pressure flows out like a river flow. And he's trying to scream, and all that's coming out is this bubbling mess between the slits that has come out. It drops to his knees, and then you take the pleasure of yanking the blade out. At which point he keels over, and guess what? You just killed the leader.
Yeah! Sorry.
So good.
Sorry.
Everyone has ran for it.
But bad pun time. He just couldn't cut it.
Tonya, the one that you hit in the back, he's scrabbling, but he's not quick enough to move away before you get another strike on him if you want to. Or do you want to let him go?
No, I'm not letting him go. I'm going to hog tie him with my rope.
Okay. That is going to be, I believe, what would that be? That'd be strength, I guess. No, dexterity. It'd be dexterity. I can't believe I'm even thinking about this. Dexterity, please.
Ooh, I got doubles.
Oh, dear God.
I
What's the
have
total?
5, 8.
You got 8 in total?
Yeah.
Yep, he can't get past that. Great, cool. You've hogtied this badly injured bandit in the woods. This would be a terrible time to just leave him there.
It would.
What do you want to do next? Combat's ended, by the way. Everyone's ran for
Okay,
it. You can hear
right.
them screaming into the forest.
Right. Well, I ask Feral if
Go in character if you want.
yeah. So that was quick. What did you see up ahead? Are there more bandits or anything else of importance?
Our target. We need to save our target. He's on the top of a cart.
Well,
If he's not dead already, I don't know.
You might have led with that information, dear.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Anyway, let's not talk about it. I'm going to go and check on see if he's still alive. That will be good. I'm gonna read.
Head of you, and I run off.
Hey,
Well,
that's
you still
not.
speak.
Ugh! And I just, trample after her like rogues.
You kids, honestly, you're driving me crazy. Cool. When those of you who actually...
Oh, I turn
I'm
around
simply
and I say,
dragging.
bring the Shem with you.
Tonya, would you mind rolling a strength check?
Sure. That's the 3 dice, right?
Yep, always the 3 dices. Except when it isn't.
Ooh, let's see. I got a double. 6, 12, 13, 16. And I have might, so I can do +2 as well. So
That's +2 to that.
yeah, what did I 16, 18.
Nice. You have no problem in picking this little scrawny thing up. And carrying him.
Yes, I go actually and tie him on top of my horse.
Nice.
Sorry, Ronda wrote in the chat, Anita, that was a hat trick of condescendence. You're not kind with us.
Now, no ad hominem attacks, please. Okay, you've now got a bandit prisoner who's bleeding out. Can I get some medical, please? I'm really hurt.
He just needs to lie down for an hour, and he'll be fine.
You have thought about that before you fucking attacked us. Now shouldn't you?
We'll be doing that again. You're dead. As you approach the cart on the road, by the way, you notice the figure that was there before has slumped up against the side with a rather large falchion, like just resting.
The guy in the fancy clothes, he's bleeding on the ground. Does it still look like it's gushing, or is he completely dead?
He is very pale. He's very dead.
Very dead. Okay, because I thought maybe I could heal him if he was still alive, but then there's no.
Some people are beyond healing, unless you're a necromancer, at which point anything is possible.
Well, I'm not. At least not now.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Who knows?
Oh, not you too. Jesus.
No, I won't. I'm not a necromancer. Okay.
What is it with girls and necromancy? Seriously though, I've got 2 other players who want to do necromantic mages. I'm like, why would you want to do this?
Okay. Well, we go up to the guy who's still alive, and
Yes. You presume?
yes, and I look down at him and I ask, "So, who are you, and what are you doing here?"
This human who's wearing very tattered leather armor looks up at you with a cut across his cheek. It's bleeding down, and he.
I say with a childish voice, "Are you Fenwick?
Who's
Is
asking?
that you?"
What? Am I dead?
No, not yet, but you could be if you don't hurry up and answer our questions.
Yeah, I am Fenwick. What happened to the bandits?
They're dead.
We have a letter for you.
No, not for him. I'm going to read it first.
Okay. Do you open the letter?
Yeah, I opened the letter and I read it.
Okay. I am going to send a message.
Okay, cool. So I'm just standing there reading and be like, okay, so everyone just quiet. I'm going to read this and then we're going to handle the situation at hand. So
I'm
just
more
keep
like-
an eye on them and do nothing.
I'm touching the dude and be like, "Are you hurting here? Or here? Is this where you're hurting?
Carol,
Or
Carol.
here?"
You're not helping. Behave yourself. I'm trying to concentrate.
blah blah blah.
Can you read that?
Okay. Okay, cool.
Now you may act in character as you see fit. This is a message with the stamp of seal of approval from the Nightingale herself.
Okay, cool.
Act as you will.
Okay, act as I will. Feral, nameless. I believe you're going to quite enjoy this. The gentleman in front of you is a former Tevinter slaver, and the divine would appreciate it if he was removed.
I am reaching out for my two-handed sword and stabs him.
So basically, feeding him to the dogs. I mean, you guys can do this how you want. Slow, quick.
I do believe someone called it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm stabbing him.
Okay.
No question, nothing. I'm stabbing him with my previous weapon.
So we probably just killed people we were on team
Kind
with.
of done our job for us, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, he's injured, so you get the coup de grace. How do you want to do this?
I simply, do my sword chip down his throat and go.
Oh! Wait, your sword? This would be more fun with your maul.
My two-handed sword. I have a two-handed sword. I'm gonna do maximum damage.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Do you scream ultimate power and then just ram it down?
No, I simply go die.
Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
cold.
You feel the chipping of his teeth as he tries to stop the blade with his jaw from entering his throat. And you guide it quite skillfully as it goes down his windpipe, otherwise it'd just pop out and it'd be really messy. Funny thing about stabbing someone is that there's always a bit of opposing pressure. So when you go in, it sucks. As in, it literally sucks in. And you slide it straight in, and you actually feel it hitting the ground on his other side. And then the sword gets stuck. Which is fine, because he seems to be alive for another few minutes.
You can just stir it around,
No, I'm not moving the blade. I'm just standing, holding there, watching him die.
Cool. Which takes approximately 2 minutes and 36 seconds before he makes his last gargling retort.
Yeah. While she's busy doing that, I'm just going to have a look at what's in the cart because bloodshed is not my thing really.
Inside the cart is a lot of general supplies. You find everything from caged doves right through to things like sweetmeats and, strangely enough, a box full of swords.
Okay. I think we shall appropriate this for the Inquisition, confiscate it as it were, because no one else is going to need it, at least not him. I'm going to release the doves because no beautiful free creature should be kept in a cage like that. I was, and I didn't appreciate it.
Oh.
So symbolism all the way. And the food, well, we can eat that on our way back home. So, yeah.
What about the horses? Are they still there?
Yeah. Because we're definitely, taking a horse each. Like, that's mine, called it.
Can't we just, get the 4 horses to pull the cart, and then we can take the cart home? We can chill out the whole way. Just take turns on steering the beasts.
Yeah, sure. We donate the remaining horses to the Inquisition, and we take 1 horse for each of us, except for Tonya, because she has one.
If she wants, she can have 2. I don't know.
Sure, but why would you need one?
Carry heavy stuff, Never know.
So we have 1 for carrying things.
Yes,
Okay.
1 pack mule.
Yeah.
Good. So yeah, I sort of made an executive decision. I feel like I should consult with my fellow team members, but that's what I'm lobbying for, at least.
Lobbying.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, actually.
I go like, doesn't it make sense that we would distribute some of the goods between us so they do not get spoiled, because it would be such a waste, and the rest we donate to the Inquisition because they are always in need of good swords and supplies.
Are there any nice swords? Small ones?
Oh, these all seem to be short swords.
Can I take one? Is there one that's
ultra shiny? No, they're all pretty much mass produced.
meh.
Same stat line. But that's probably the reason why the bandits were attacking was simply because, you know, the bandits literally just happened to be there.
Right. I tell Sunniva's character to go through the Cyril, would you be a darling and go through the pockets and the other belongings to the 2 dead gentlemen?
Why do I have to do that? Why can't you do that?
Because I'm busy with the carts, love.
No. But I'm gonna look in the pockets anyway, because then I'm gonna take it all to myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're searching for the lootses?
Yes.
I have a table for this, actually. Hold on, where are we? Excellent. Okay. You discover what's known as trifling treasure, which is 1d6 silver coins.
Ooh, cool.
I bet you should get to 6. Bet you.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw my d6.
1d6.
You're wrong, Rick. I got a 2.
Yes! Your first bad dice roll, little miss. I caused 22 damage on a goddamn boss. After armor.
So I find 2 silvers.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good.
That's not shabby. That's
No.
That's pretty good.
All right. So did the letter say anything about what we're supposed to do with him once he's dead?
Nope. It was literally just a kill order. That's what is very typical from Liliana, actually. She allows you to take a lot of liberties in accomplishing your task. The less information in a message, the less can be taken out of you if you're tortured and killed.
Cool.
Is there any symbols on this cart that could, link this back to us?
Well, you could do a link it back to you. No, nothing.
No, but is it safe for us to use this cart?
Yeah, it's just a very typical unmarked merchant's cart.
Yeah, cool.
It's not like, someone's written Shems all die or,
No, we didn't do that. We did not decorate it with the blood of the...
Tevinter A-OK and stuff like that. Decorate it with the blood of the guy you just...
painted with his blood. We're kind of like those those people from Firefly. The
cast?
No. Those raiders.
Oh god, the Reavers, yeah.
Yeah, the Reavers. The Reavers. We're like them. We'll just cover the cart in blood and just parade gore through.
You will never have troubles with bandits again.
No, never. No.
Grey Wardens, sure, but not bandits.
Yeah. But seriously,
what's Tanya's name again?
No name.
Ness.
Or Ness. I think
Ness.
Ness is sticking.
Ness? Okay, Ness. I'm asking Ness, what do you want us to do with this guy? Do you want us to, put him on a pole and make an example of him, or should we hide his carcass?
You just toss him in a ditch.
I do not answer. I simply drag the carcass to a tree.
Yep.
And try to, hang him over a branch or something for the birds to pick on.
You're going to have to use up some rope. And you're not going to get it back. And you've already used some on the hog tie of that fella.
So I can't just wedge him between some branches.
Oh, you mean impale him or something and splay him up?
Something.
Well, your engine, your kit, your adventurous kit probably has some nails.
Yeah.
Just nail him to the tree. Again, I can't believe we're having this discussion.
They are pretty gory.
I have my excuses. What's yours?
Ooh, you are pretty gory. I love your detail, your attention to detail. Why we kill these people? It's
We're mentally
amazing.
imbalanced. That's our excuse. We're all medicated almost.
Well, I'm not.
I've said too much. I already have said too much. Groovy. So yes, you basically nail a guy to the tree. Would you like to make any other accoutrements? I'm assuming after dragging the double-handed sword out of his mouth, there's really not much left of him. I mean, when you impale someone with an item like that, you tend to bring up most of the organs when you draw it out. What you should have done was heated the blade first.
Yeah, I would have cauterized his inside.
Yeah, and then it would have stuck. I'm really sorry about this. This should be NSFW in future, I think.
Not safe for work.
Not safe for maker. Something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so what I suggest is that we probably move away from this spot, and then maybe make camp for the day, and then start heading back to headquarters, wherever that is.
Cool, groovy.
yeah.
That sounds good. While you're doing that, by the way, for anyone who's riding in the cart,
Mhm.
would you mind rolling a perception check, please?
Okay.
Who's steering the horses?
Let's just say you. No, son of a.
Sure.
Okay.
Gets the dice rolls. Just let it do everything.
Perception. No, I got a 10.
You got a 10? Yep.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Sonova, did you get any better than that?
Oh, yeah. I
course
just
you
thought
did.
I was steering the horses. I got 12.
12? Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of red vapor coming out of one of the small boxes in the cart.
Oh, goodness. Well,
Do
we
we-
should be careful with that. Should we open it, or should we just maybe save it? Oh, arcane lore! Bam.
Yes, you should. Arcane lore, please. Roll a dice.
Okay.
Ah, gosh. This is hard to do when I've got a full bladder. Ah!
Okay, let's see. 14.
14.
Hmm.
You've had reports before from the network of something which emits this type of vapors, but it couldn't possibly be that.
Okay, what is it that I've heard that it could be?
Well, there's all sorts of like poisons or anything, but this thing has a magical quality to it.
Like red lyrium?
Could be, but that makes no sense. The only type of red lyrium you ever heard about was manufactured and spotted in Kirkwall, and that was gotten rid of.
That's yeah, and it's a long way away. And why would it be in the cart of a slaver? This doesn't make any sense.
It does not.
No, but I'm not stupid. I'm pretty smart. So
Of course, you don't know it's red lyrium.
No,
you just-
but I
that's-
suspect it could be, even though it seems absurd.
I really should use the chat thing so I can send messages to you privately.
Yeah, you should.
Then you could actually talk about it without me doing it for you.
Yeah, definitely. No, but no, I'm not going to open it. I'm going to bring it back to headquarters, and then I'm going to put it we're going to take it into a safe, like workshop or alchemy lab or something, and wear protective gloves, and then open it and see what it is.
My character, on the other hand, though, is like, what happens if I smell this?
Okay. Would you mind
And I-
rolling Constitution?
You bend over and sniff it, like
Yeah, I bend like slowly. I kind of. So I'm giving you an opportunity to react here, but
Yeah,
I'm
okay, but-
throwing.
what are you doing?
Is that
I don't
physically preventing her from doing it?
Well, I'm asking what she's doing.
No, I'm
So-
not answering. I'm just
Okay.
going for it to smell it, because
Okay.
I'm like,
Like, no, don't do that. Please don't do that. That's not a good idea. We don't know.
Constitution, right? It's
Yep.
Constitution. Yeah,
Yep.
that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8? Yep. Cool. Would be groovy. Just gonna write down your time of death.
One session, that was all she made it through.
Death by consumption. Nothing happens at all, at least visibly. Just you go over, you sniff it. It doesn't smell of anything. If anything, you get a bit of a wash of, or you recall a bad memory, which you keep to yourself.
Okay, well, I just shove her away from don't get close to it. It could be something very dangerous. It could also be nothing, but let's be safe. Safe is better than sorry.
We at least now know it's not perfume.
Oh no, it's definitely not perfume.
That would have been amusing if it was.
It would have been, but perfume usually doesn't have a colored, miasma around it.
Miasma, I love that word.
Mm.
Mhm.
I like
I've
it
never-
too. So let's just keep away from it, and if you do have to touch it, please don't touch it with your skin or open it or anything.
Don't talk to me as if I'm a child! And I
Well,
walk out.
if you keep acting like you're a child, how else am I supposed to talk to you? You never listen.
I walked out on you.
Here's the thing. That box, you noticed, is a bit burnt from the inside out. But there's a very clear symbol on the top of the box, branded on top, which is obviously the symbol of the Templars.
Okay. Yeah, that's not good. Templar. Why? That makes even less sense. Why would a slaver from Tevinter have a Templar branded box in his wagon? That something's fishy is going on here. Very, very much so. So this is important information. I feel like I should bring straight to Liliana or whoever we report to when we get back.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, going back to HQ, it's where the Inquisition is based at the moment, would take you several weeks of travel. Right. However, you do have a safe house.
Okay.
Which we will discuss later.
We go to the safe house then.
Exactly. I'm going to actually call it here, I think, because I'm going beyond my bounds of... Sorry? Well, yeah, we could kind of talk about that. As Ingrid points out, it's not the Inquisition just yet. It's still the mark of it's working for the divine. However, we will get to that point in the next session, actually, because I want to make something really cool about that. But yeah, I'm going to end it there, and I'm also going to give you guys a level. So you're now level 2. I am also going to run to the toilet without trying to scream my highest pitch. I'll be right back. But if you guys know how to level up, go for it. Just tell me what you're going for. Okay. Otherwise, we can go through it step by step.
I think we should go through it because I don't remember.
Should we do this live or should we just leave it offline or what?
We could just leave it offline. I don't think people need to see the leveling.
Let's ask the audience, shall we? What the first person to answer?
Yeah, they have the power. You can run to the bathroom and we'll wait for them to answer.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, audience, do you want to hear how level up works, or do you want us to just cut it here and come back and next time around with completely, leveled up characters?
Don't leave me live.
Okay, I guess we're doing it live. Well, that's nice of you guys. I hope you've had fun. We have, at least. This was really entertaining. I don't know how often we'll be able to do this because there are just so many things going on in our lives, but we're going to try to make it like a monthly thing. So we at least play once a month, kind of like the Adventure Zone, how they do it. They do 1 episode per month or every other week or something like that. But yeah, once a month at least.
Yeah, this was fun. This was really fun.
Deirdre says, I'm learning. Cool, because I think Deirdre, she's in the Fateswing group, I think, the UK group that Rick is hosting or DMing. Am I right? But I'm getting really warm because I get all like pumped up and excited when we play.
Yeah.
And also this office is really warm too.
It's like I often, when I start role-playing, I always have a kind of plan of what I want my character to be like, but I always find myself to sort of wing it as I go, and it turns out to be a bit different than what I intentionally planned, but it's for the better often, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I've also done some choices that I hadn't intended doing. Before we started, but I think that's kind of how characters evolve as you play.
Yeah. So I'm kind of sorting out how the personality of my character works, and
yeah, I think we can have a really fun rapport between our two characters, at least because you're very childish and I'm very overbearing. So I think that can work out really well. And then you have the strong silent type who's like just down to the action.
Loves jamming double-handed swords down people's throats.
Yeah. And I'm getting obsessed, by the way, that she's been laughing almost to the point of tears during this thing, so it's been awesome.
It's very good.
The audience voted, and they want us to do the leveling live.
All right, then. Then we will do that.
Right.
Yes.
I have one question though, because it said that I started with 2 weapons. Does that mean that I could choose it without spending money on those weapons?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Thanks.
You're very welcome. I don't know what I did. I'll do it again if you like. Where are we? Yeah, you do get your kind of like your standard equipment. It actually says in the book here that, and it's really cool doing that. That it's kind of a cool idea if you're doing, like, say for example, everyone's a dwarf and you're all in the deep roads, to try and make the equipment that you start with a bit more dwarvish. Unfortunately, Green Ronin haven't been very good at like creating expansion packs, but there's a fantastic 4-part PDF called the Esoterica Thedas, which the fans have put together. Well, it's based off what a lot of guys have done. It's amazing. It has everything from an improved system for healing, fatigue and such. One of the most favorite parts of it is it has like this amazing section on all of the little diseases you can get while walking around with pictures. So that if you want to be like a healer, you actually have this huge wealth of knowledge. Among the others, it's got loads of different enemies and background packages you can choose. You want to be an Antivan Crow? Sure, go for it. A lot of stuff on Fen Haral as well, which, you know, is cool, I guess. If you're into that kind of thing.
Take you and all that.
Yeah, right. Anyways, I usually find this is best taking one person at a time. It doesn't take that long. So we're going to start off with the silent type, Tonya, because we always start off left to right. I want to go right to left this time.
Ooh.
I know, right? I was scared as well for a second. Where the hell is the damn section? Here we go. Some amazing artwork in here, though. Some terrible artwork, but some amazing artwork. Right, yes, the warrior. It's really weird because in the book it's got mage, rogue, warrior, and on my screen it's got Anita, mage, Sunniva, rogue, Tonya, warrior. That's crazy.
Awesome.
Yes, first off, you get your health increases by 1d6 Constitution. That's for everyone. Everyone gets that. So it's 1d6 plus your Constitution.
1d6 plus Constitution. Okay.
Okay.
That is how your health increases, your health maximum. By the way, any damage you've taken during this, if you did, like nicked fingers, that gets gotten rid of. You've healed it up.
Okay.
Cool.
Roll the 4, so my new health is 25.
I also rolled a 4, so my new health is 33.
Not bad for a little slinky rogue type.
Uh-huh.
What
Yeah,
did the
I
tank
also
get?
rolled 4, so my new health is 44.
Not bad, tanky. Tanky is tanky. Next up, you get 1 advancement to spend on 1 ability. And the abilities are like dexterity, strength, and such. You gain, and this is the important part, you gain an even, when you have an even numbered level, or 2, so that's even, you must spend it on 1 primary ability. Now, the primary abilities are shown on the class page. For example, Mage, primary abilities on that page 34, Cunning, Magic, and Willpower.
Yeah, as
Right.
a warrior, it's strength, and dexterity and constitution. I know.
And for Son of his character, as a rogue, it's
Communication, dexterity, and perception.
You got it. So choose one of those and add +1 to it.
Okay.
I think
So we all do
maybe.
that.
I'm not sure.
It's
Should I
important.
pick strength or constitution? I have 3 strength and 2 constitution.
A Constitution's always good. If you're going to be the tank with going for taunts and such, go for that.
Then I go for that. 3.
I have now 4 in dexterity.
Oh, crap.
I'm considering maybe doing taking 4 in magic or upping my willpower to 3. What will you
Nice.
recommend?
Magic is the power of your magic, so I always go for that. Because you want ultimate power. It's your arcane lance as well, you know.
Yeah, that makes it better. That's true.
I'm sorry, I've got a terrific itch on my right knee at the moment. I suspect it's because I'm getting old. Anyways, once you've chosen that, your next bit is to pick one ability focus. Now, again, it's even numbered, so you choose one of your primary abilities and pick a focus from that ability.
Okay.
Oh.
It does not have to be the same ability you just upgraded the points to. It's just any of your primary abilities, you can choose one of them and pick a focus and tick it off.
So that means I can choose like lock picking or bows or something like that.
If it's under one of the primary abilities, yes.
Yes, cool.
What do I get if I choose, for instance, bludgeons? Do I get extra, points to, when I'm swinging my bludgeoned weapon?
You do. You get +2 to using the maul. However, if you haven't already got it, I would highly recommend you choose the focus that's based around your double-handed sword.
I don't already have the bludgeon talent. I mean,
sorry.
Bless you. I like that you can choose for constitution. You can choose drinking as a focus.
Oh yeah, there's a talent called carousing. You can literally drink your enemies to death.
I'm thinking about doing something loreish, or putting a point in self-discipline as a focus.
Self-discipline's always good when you want to try and keep alive from fade attacks.
Yeah, I think I'll just put something in self-discipline. Focus there.
Oh, this was really hard. There's so many things that I want.
I'll tell you what, if you want to, save it and then pick it next time. Or if you want to change your mind, you can as well.
Okay.
It's like
I picked heavy blades.
Heavy blades?
Because I want to pick that because whenever my character goes into this, bloodthirst frenzy, he goes for the two-handed weapon.
Nice. You should probably come up with some background regarding where he got that from. Like some suit of armor he took it from when he went berserk and hacked up the enemy, the entire family.
Yeah, something like that.
Something awesome. Something dark side.
I chose lock picking.
You're going to so go berserker, aren't you, Tonya? I can tell. Yeah, there we go.
It does sound.
You know what I'm talking about. Remember that, by the way, when you're choosing your abilities and stuff, to get a path sorted with regards to specializations.
Yeah.
Nothing sucks more than being told you can specialize and you just don't have the prerequisites. So that's definitely worth a look. See, the next bit, by the way, once you've chosen the focus, is going to the class powers for your new levels. So, for example, mage, your new class power at level 2 is you get a new spell. I know. You take your time looking at those.
Yeah, I'm not going to decide on that now.
No. There's something called the Veil Codex, which is done as part of the esoteric Thedas. It's a PDF document which basically summarizes all the magical spells in the same branch effect that you have in the video games.
Okay, cool.
So you can see what you need to get the latest spells and such, which is kind of useful.
Because you had that, right?
Yes, it's on my completely legal list of PDFs.
Yeah, I'll check it out then. Get it done till next time.
For the rogue, Son of Air, your level 2 is a stun bonus. You now become adept at finding weak spots in opponent's armor. You can now perform the pierce armor stunts for just 1 stun point instead of the usual 2. That's really good. Pierce armor is a stunt which allows you to halve your opponent's armor when you're working out damage.
That's cool.
It's very cool. Those brigands had armor values of like 3 and 4, and they can really sap out even standard blows. So when you can just make it kind of go like to 1 or to 2, that you can see the difference.
Cool.
Very level 2 for a warrior. New ability focus. You gain one of the following ability focuses: cunning, military law, dexterity riding, or strength climbing. Tough call, eh?
Maybe I think
I
you
would-
have to. What would you do?
I would recommend riding because you have a horse. It means that you're less likely to fall off it and look like an idiot.
Yeah. And besides, I was like thinking that the family I was working for when I was a slave often made me tend to their horses.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's pretty cool. Groovy. Once you guys have decided on that, that's it. Actually, that's what you get for now.
Okay, cool.
Um,
mana, by the way. Do I get more mana?
Yeah, D6 plus your magic level.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, so that's 4 plus whatever I roll. Okay. Wow, that's a lot. 'Cause that's 10. So.
Congratulations, you now have 10
29.
extra mana. Yeah, mana's harder to actually get generated back, though. You need like a long rest for that.
Yeah. Makes
But
sense.
mages are flipping nasty, like glass cannons. You have like the worst constitution and armor ranking in the game, but dear God.
We can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I got a character who's a blood mage in one of the other games. Let me tell you.
It's a lot of work.
The next level, by the way, is going to be a talent. That's going to be real fun. But when you get to level 6, which you will do quickly, because I like to get the players to like a higher-ish level, mainly because the monsters kind of go like really, really easy, and then oh dear God.
I can see that. Yeah.
So we're off at a easy and good start then.
Yes, you're welcome. Actually, you got bloody lucky. I thought this was going to be hard. I was kind of hoping. Yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to this now. That entire quest was completely made up from the get-go.
But it worked though. It was nice.
Yeah, it was really fun. We had a
Kept
nice
it
time.
simple. Did you like the moral twist with the note?
Yeah, I did. It was
Yeah,
nice.
me too. I wanted to know what you would do.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd stick a sword down his throat, admittedly.
So we did
Well,
press
you
a
know,
little
whenever
bit.
my character meets a former slaver or whatever,
Yeah.
he blanks out.
Oh.
Yeah,
Kinda.
that's cool. But did you have fun, Rick?
I did. Actually, you guys are a lot of fun to play with.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to having something more substantial for a proper session next time, involving your safe house. Is there anything you'd like to be more involved in, like more combat, more social dynamics, more looty, or kind of organizing your resources, like where you live, who you work with, contacts and things? What type of game do you want?
I'm kind of fond of like a well-balanced game where you have like part role play, part hack and slash. So you get a little bit of both. Just because it gets boring if you do all role play or all hack and slash.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a small scenario set up for the Brit Nugs, as they're called, which is the British group from the Inquisition, the highly elitist Inquisition squad. You may have heard of them.
Nugfest.
They were basically sent in with a group of Tevinter soldiers, and they're mercenaries that help them out. And they go into this tavern to try and help them get information about where the Fate Swain, the first group, is, right? You're like, okay, that's fine. And then suddenly the Tevinter soldier starts threatening to enslave everyone and all this other stuff, as they usually do. And then suddenly there's a retired Templar knight who's like, I'm going to cut you, boy, and all the rest of it. And there's this huge standoff. And then the Brits get up and they're like, what do we do? Because we're hired by these guys, but this is a moralistic situation. And then the leader of the group starts going, persuasion roll, yeah, persuasion roll. Now kiss. And it's I'm sitting there with the stats for everyone's life, their abilities, all this cool stuff. And I'm just sitting there going, and peace reigned, and it was terrible. It
was a love fest, and everyone got along.
I know, it was utterly bizarre because no one got killed. And they all followed the same leader. You know, the one character stood up and said, "I'm not going to let this happen." And they all went like, "We're right behind you." And it's like, that never happens. There's usually some guy in the group saying, "I'm bored," stab an innocent civilian.
Yeah. I think I know who that is in this group.
No.
You would never.
You are.
I didn't do it.
Anyways, to the audience, thank you very much for watching for my part. If you have any suggestions about what you'd like to see them go up against in honor of Critical Role, I am all ears. Seriously, Archdemon, say it. I will make it happen. Hi, guys.
Yeah, but if you have any suggestions or requests or anything, you can send it to us as a private message on Facebook, or you could send it to the Costcast, because we'll read it if it's sent to our Facebook page. It's the easiest way to to get in touch with us, basically. And we haven't planned a date for when we're going to play next, but we're going to try to make it a monthly thing. So sometime in March.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
Gives me more time.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll put out the date as soon as we know when we're able to play again, so you guys can come and watch us. Okay. I think that's pretty much it for today. So I'm just gonna say thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
Good
Bye.
night.